Warning. This stream contains adult language, described violence, and adult situations. If you are faint of heart or under the age of 13, it is advised that you watch something else. You have been warned.
Okay, now we are live. Welcome to the game, everybody. If you were here last week, I wanted to apologize right now. I had no idea that half of my sound wasn't going out, and so all you could hear is myself. So this is going to be basically episode 1, take 2 now, because we completely screwed up the first one. At least I did, that's all. It was all my fault. It sucks too, because it was a really good game. I'm going to start by giving you guys an overview of that game, so you can understand where we're at. And then we'll get into the game, and I'll start introducing everybody. The last game, which is now part of the background story of the heroes, we left Worath, the capital of Breeland, looking for more interesting cases. They flew to Sharn as passengers on a cargo airship. They were amazed and overwhelmed by the lighted towers and the beauty of the city, only to fly down under it into the dark underbelly of the great city. They were taken on a cart ride to their new office by a rather unfriendly goblin who took them through a red light district to a warehouse in a dark, deserted street that had been converted into several storefronts, including one with idiot's ink painted on the door. As they were looking over the new place, a little shifter girl knocked on the door and asked for help, finding her parents who had gone missing earlier that day. Although she could only pay with bits of broken colored glass, they took the job and were escorted to an area of the city full of old, broken-down temples and statues to the gods. She led our heroes to the back of one of these dark temples where her and her parents live. Jin, using her skills of deduction, figured out that not only her parents, but all those who stayed in that temple had been taken, and the child was only missed because she had been outside playing. She also figured out that, from the clues, that people were most likely taken by slavers out of a hole in the back wall of the temple. Armond, using his skills as a tracker, found the wagon's tracks and followed them to a hidden cave. Inside the cave, they found a wagon guarded by 4 elite goblins. As they worked out a plan to save the people in the wagon, a well-dressed halfling entered from the far side of the cave and received a large payment from the goblins before leaving. The party then dispatched the goblins before they could move the wagon again. Inside, they found the abducted shifters, but it was not all a happy story. The child's father had been killed when he had tried to fight back. Still, she had her mother, and they had to be thankful for that. The next day, as a thank you for what they had done, the shifters brought several pieces of furniture to help make an open and empty office look more like a respectable place of business. And that is where we left off last. Now, let me introduce our 2 players. First, I'm going to introduce Trader Jax, who will be playing Jin.
Hello.
She's a changeling investigator, and she basically runs the company. She's like the CEO, I guess you could say. Our other player is Kaz.
Hello.
Kaz plays a half-elf fighter scout, and he's more He's the tracker, the guy who hunts down and finds people. And I am your dungeon master. My name is Fenrir. I also play an NPC inside of the party named Bone Crusher. He is an orc, barbarian 1, knight 2, and he's just kind of a big mama's boy type of orc. He's kind of funny.
He's the cutest.
Oops, I clicked the wrong button there. Let's go back.
Nice.
I left the Twitch dashboard, basically. I'll try to keep up with both and make sure it's working right. So, as we start our story off today, it's going to be leaving off basically right where we left off last week. The shifters came in. They gave you a bunch of used furniture that they had found that had been thrown away. I believe it was a desk, a few chairs, a lamp that turned on and off. It was through there's a shard inside of it, a crystal inside of it that has a continual flame spell basically inside of the gem. So it doesn't give you a ton of light, but it is an enough light that you now have in there, and a beat up filing cabinet. And those are the things that they dropped off to you that day, and we're taken off basically as they all left. and that is where we're going to take off. If you guys would like to start with an ERP, feel free to do so.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm still a little sick.
I told you to stop getting sick. That's not nice.
Keep it in game, guys. Keep it in game.
I'm sorry. Sorry, mind blank. You know, Armond, you can start this off because Jax has just had a mind blank.
Well, I'm sitting at the new furniture that we got, using the chair and putting my feet up on the desk. And like, yeah, I can get used to this.
Well, try not to, because I have a feeling that we're going to be having a lot more issues around here if that's our first case.
Can't I have just one moment to enjoy our first victory?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, that's enough.
As you guys are sitting there bantering back and forth, you start hearing yelling through one of the thin walls. It is early in the day. Some of the shops are open. You guys haven't actually taken the time to see any of the stuff that's around you. There are other shops in your area. And
okay then. I'm going to tell Finn to be quiet. No, I'm kidding.
Give me a second. I'm not done with the narrating here. Give me a second. Hold on.
Yes, you are. Don't lie to me.
Hey, keep it again. So you hear some yelling through the walls. The argument seems to be getting heated. It sounds mostly, because the walls are pretty thin, you're getting words here and there. What you're mostly hearing is somebody telling someone else to get out to move. It's that kind of thing. And she's saying, you hear a female voice saying that she's not going anywhere. That kind of thing. That's the exchange that you're kind of hearing. So what do you guys want to do? Anything, or are you just gonna ignore it?
I'm gonna roll my eyes and say it's probably just another cheating wife or something. Who cares?
Huh. Maybe they're always like this? Maybe this is our first day here.
Probably. Who knows?
Let's wait and see if that escalates before,
Interfering.
butting our nose in.
The arguing goes on for a little while, and then you hear somebody leave the shop next door. You know he left because there's a slamming of the door, which is rather audible. Considering how flimsy and crappy these doors are, it's rather a feat to slam it that loud. And then everything kind of quiets down.
Well, that sorted itself out.
I look and see. Can we see from our window that who's leaving and like what would they look like and
there are no windows in this warehouse. It's basically they divided up a warehouse and they cut doors in, and they kind of put some. As far as you see in yours, they added 2 offices to yours. It looks like. You don't know
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the big doors and I'm gonna open it, not just to have a look, but to let some goddamn fresh air in. And I'm going to have a little peek as to what who's coming out of the thing.
Okay. When you peek out, it'd be your nosy neighbor self. That's what I would expect for your character actually to be. You see it's an older man. Yeah, you say not old. Probably late 30s or something like that. He's not young, but he's a little older. He's thin, kind of bent, long face kind of thing. You see him going into the shop. It seems like at the far end. He opens the door. He turns back, kind of like sneers at you, and then goes into into that door.
I'm gonna go to the shop next door and have a looky to see if the chick's okay.
Okay, let me pass you. Is it in there? I want to give you guys the map. I'll throw that in maps. There we go. Oh, I already put it in there. Okay, the map is already in there, and I'm going to put it now for everybody to see. I will take down the office and put up the whole office block. There it is. Okay, so you guys are in the center of that image. You guys look in the maps thing in the Discord, and I now have the screen for everybody. The center one is your office. I kind of put the table, the desk in there, the chairs, the lamp. You can see that there. The one that the argument was coming from is the one with, like, you see the two circles there? If you go over there, Bone Crusher is going to fall behind you because of the arguing, and he's going to kind of, like, make sure everything is kind of okay over there if you're going to go over. So he's following you over there. You go to the door, and on the door to the place, it is called... I put it in the wrong order, didn't I? Sylvan Sexy Wear is actually the name on the door.
Oh my.
There is no windows. There is no storefront type of thing here, but that's on. It's the same way it's kind of written on your guys' door. It's now that's written on her on that store. Are you going in or?
Yep.
Okay, and in this while this is going on, what is Armond doing?
I follow along because, you know what, you guys might get into trouble.
You don't always have to follow. Okay. So,
It's better than paperwork.
by the way, before we get too far, kid, what do you two make sure that all the sound is going out? I'm pretty sure that it is, but...
Yeah, I can do it right now.
Okay. So if you can mute yourself, you do that. While I'm doing the description, actually, we need Kaz. Can you go ahead and talk for a bit? Just say anything to make sure she can hear it come through.
Hello. Detroit's the best.
Yes, it is. Okay, just want to make sure that...
Except for football, which is not our fault.
Yeah, that's not... Okay, let's get back in the game now. So that should be enough for her to hear. So as you enter the shop...
Sounds good.
Okay, so as you enter the shop, what you're seeing in front of you, if you look at the map on there, the two round rings are actually just clothing racks. They are round like that. There's just dresses, everything from stuff that is almost makes you blush to look at it, very not much there, to rather fancy dresses. There seems to be a rather large selection on these racks. Behind you, as you walk in, you'll see either side is shelves. There's shoes and stuff on there, handbags, that kind of thing. Little odds and ends that they may need. And at the far end is it's just a little pedestal that a little cash register kind of thing sits on. Behind that is a woman. She looks to be in her late 20s, maybe early 30s, but she also has that kind of look to her like she's had a really hard life and did too many drugs kind of thing. So she could be much younger, but she just kind of like aged prematurely from having a hard life. And she greets you, hello, as you enter the door. How can I help you?
Oh, we're in the thing next door, and we heard a little bit of commotion. Is everything okay?
Oh, yes, it's fine. I'm so sorry to bother you. It's your first day here. What a horrible impression that must give of you, the neighbors that you have. Please do come in.
Well, I come in.
Okay. The Bone Crusher walks in behind you. I'm just going to.
I wave.
Bone Crusher shuts the door behind him because he's working on his manners. So he's gonna make sure he closes the door.
Oh, good boy.
So now all she's like, oh, don't worry about that. That was just, what's his name? Of course I forget. That was just Hendel. He he's been pestering me the last few weeks, and I really don't understand why. He was fine for so long, and just like these last few weeks, he just keeps pestering me to leave. He wants me to move my shop. I'm not sure why. I think it could be that he wants this storefront. He wants to expand, maybe. I don't know, but he keeps coming in here and telling me that I should leave. That this isn't a place for me, and I don't know. Maybe I thought maybe he was offended by what I do, but he said he was fine when I first moved in.
That's very curious.
Oh yes, it is very, very, very curious. Here, let me take you a little tour of my shop. Of course, you see all of my clothes out here that I make. These are all made by me. These are all handmade by me. For the girls who work in Sharn's welcome. I'm sure that's where you came in through last night. That had to be not the best image of the city as you came in, but I assure you that this isn't as bad of a neighborhood as it may seem. But I used to work over there myself, and I just wanted to give the girls something a little special instead of just the same old, same old. And I have a skill with sewing, so I just thought I would open the shop when these very, very cheap places open. Here, please come in the back. Let me show you around.
Finn,
Yeah.
is our brothels and stuff legal?
Oh yes, very much legal.
Okay, just making sure. Because I know Jin would not be happy otherwise.
Yeah, no. They are very, very, very legal. Actually, they're the slavery is illegal in Eberron. Prostitution is not illegal. It's fine.
Cool.
Yeah. So she opens the door to the back and she leads you back there. She kind of stands there holding the door, waiting for you to walk through.
I walk through.
Yep, I follow along. Just kind of looking at everything, browsing.
Bone Crusher walks in there, probably has a duck under that little door, and goes into the back and everything. And she shuts it behind you again. In there, what you're seeing is to your right, there's a round table. It has some cloth on it scattered about. Same with the table in the far right. Right in front of you is just looks like a pedestal. It's obviously probably where people should be able to stand on when she measures them, all that, lifts them up so that it gives her easier access. At the far back wall, that little desk that you're seeing there, little square, is her sewing machine. It's an old foot pedal type of sewing machine that she uses. It has looks rather industrious, rather nice actually. On the wall to your left is just fabric. It's just shelves of there's rolls of fabrics shoved in there. So there you can just see basically the round spool side and think of almost like a wine rack. But instead of wine bottles, it's just a bunch of different colors and types of fabric. It's actually probably surprising that something so nice is sitting right here. How she has basically so much of a selection inside of this part of Sharn. And she goes, she's like, and this is where I do all my work, and like I said, I do all my dresses myself. Everything out there you see, I did myself. And she's like, I'd love to make something for you. Would you like to get up on here and I can take your measurements?
I don't think that will be necessary.
Oh, that's okay. I understand.
You have great talent.
Why, thank you.
I forgot if I had an accent for Jin or not. I probably should because she's German.
Well, she's not Jin. This is you usually walk around as Ember.
Well, yeah, sorry, Ember.
She's like, no, I understand. Not everybody can accept what I do, but I said I want to do something nice for these ladies, and nobody really treats them all that nice, so.
Yeah, we experienced a lot of that back where we came from.
Where was that?
I don't fucking remember the name of it, Finn. What are you looking at me for?
You're supposed to remember these things. It's
God, I'm a flounder. Or a Dory. It's Dory! That's not. See, I'm not. I can't even remember which one has the short term memory loss.
Worath is the capital of Breeland. That's where you guys came from.
Okay. Worath.
Oh, really? The capital? That has to be exciting.
Not at all.
Oh, really? Why not?
It's just
Because in the
so
poor districts,
safe.
it's not fun.
Everything's just find my cat, find my dog, find my sister, which she was just at the park.
Oh, I thought there'd be all kinds of intrigue with the capital being there, and the royal family is there, and all the senators are there. I thought there'd be so much intrigue and so much interesting stuff for a detective like you to do.
Well, surprisingly, they have a lot of guards where the royal family live, so
Well, I wasn't
not a
expecting.
whole lot happens.
Oh, well, is that why you came to Sharn, hoping for some excitement?
Exactly.
Oh, well. I would think this is a much more boring place than Worath is.
Well, I mean, that's already been proven wrong with what we had to do last night.
Grass is greener type deal.
What was that?
Grass is greener type deal. Always looks better when you're in places that you're not.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's true. Still, I love to go there and see the palace and the king. Oh, she looks like kind of like dreamy about it.
Honestly, if you'd meet them, you would not be saying that.
Did you get to meet them?
Briefly.
Oh, that'd be so exciting.
It was, at first. Not so much later.
Oh, well, I hope your business takes off well here. You said you had something happen last night?
Yeah, just, we can't talk about it, per se, but, you know, it had a happy ending.
Confidentiality, you know.
Oh, I understand. You know, client, detective privilege, I guess.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, yes, I understand. In your line of work, if you talked about everything you did, you know, people would stop coming to you for help.
Exactly.
Oh, we wouldn't want that. I'm sure there's plenty of people that need your help. I'm sure you'll do very well here.
Thank you. Your outfits are very nice, by the way.
Thank you. She seems very pleased. She goes to the door, opens it up. Basically, you know, give you a signal it's time to leave the back room.
Yep, I'm gonna leave.
As everybody shuffles, Armond, are you gonna follow out?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'm not assuming anything you guys do. So, as everybody goes out, she shuts the door behind it, and she's like, "Oh, are you sure you wouldn't like one of these?" And she holds up it's an outfit that looks, it's like a party kind of dress, but it's way too low cut. Let's say in the front, and she's like, "Oh, this would look beautiful on you with your figure."
I'm going to blush a lot and just shake my head and say no thank you.
Oh, well, okay. If you change your mind, though, I'd love to make something for you. And she kind of like looks you up and down.
Thank you. I'm going to kind of hurry back to our own little warehouse.
Okay, as you walk out of the door, coming out, actually mostly already out and starting to walk away, there are some basically creatures. This is not in your door, it's the one beyond it. Let me send you these images. I was throwing in general. And I will put them up in the chat. Upload. And now, as you walk out, you see a Minotaur closing the door to the large
Wowee.
shop. He's massive. He obviously is ducking and backing out of the shop. You hear him growl something into the shop as he leaves, although it does not seem like he's angry. He shuts the door. Well, let me finish the description, then you guess. He shuts the door, and beyond him, you see is 6 gnolls. These are basically 7-foot tall hyenas. They walk on 2 legs. They are armored. They carry an axe and a shield each. The Minotaur has a large axe on his back. Other than that, he is wearing nothing. He is standing probably about 9 feet tall. Like I said, he is massive. He exits the door. He backs out, and he looks over at our group, and you can see him basically give Bone Crusher a stare. They kind of like, you'll see both of them look each other up and down as if they're like weighing each other, and then he kind of like sniffs and turns to walk away. Like gives it, like a bull would snort basically, and then he turns to walk.
Would I be used to seeing minotaurs and gnolls and everything?
This is not exactly the most normal sight in the world, but they don't seem to be in any way aggressive. They seem to be leaving the shop, shutting the door, and as if they're about to walk basically down the alley. They don't seem to care much about you.
I wave.
You do.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna just wave at them.
Several of the gnolls kind of cackle at you and laugh, and as they keep walking.
Insert Whoopi Goldberg laugh.
Yeah, basically. Like I said, even they at 7 feet tall are dwarfed by this massive Minotaur. And they said they just kind of just walk off. Here's the thing. In Eberron, they said you're friends with an orc. You're friends with my character's mom. So, you know that there is nations of monsters. There's monsters have basically formed nations, and they're trying to work as if, they're like everyone else. It's not really unheard of to see something like you're seeing, but it's not something you see every day. I mean, Minotaurs are not common. But like I said, he's not showing any aggression toward anybody, so...
Other than the looking up and down of my my friend.
Yeah, but that's just because it's more of a warrior thing. It would look at, because Bone Crusher did the same thing back. They seem to be doing it to each other. They're sizing each other up, and then the Minotaur kind of walks off. And it looks to you too. If you look, it looks like Bone Crusher's eager to test his strength against something like that too. So it's not like a one-sided thing.
Okay, well, should we take another look around maybe at our surroundings and...
Okay, I'll take those off the screen.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to do a lap around the couple blocks, see what all, businesses are here that we're neighbored to.
Probably a good idea to introduce ourselves, maybe help us get a little business.
Okay, where do you guys want to go? Like I said, you still haven't looked at 2 of the stores in your own... 3 of the stores, basically, because you don't know what's on that last one. Just because you see the map. So there's those that you can go look at. Do you want to go somewhere else? Let me know.
I want to go to the next store over. Not the one on the other side of our thing, but the one on the other side of the one we were just in.
Oh, so the one where the middle-aged man went into?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you go over to that door. Let me go to that section of my notes. And on it says Pack Rat Pawn is what's on in black writing on this door. Once again, as always, there's no windows or anything in this place. Are you
This
going
actually
inside?
excites me. I love pawn shops. Yes, let's go. Let's go!
Let's go. Okay, well, if you walk inside, Bone Crusher's going to fall right behind you. Or Armond, I assume you're with us. As you walk inside, the place is packed with stuff. Okay, that's the first thing you notice. There is stuff everywhere. There are 3 large metal tables in the middle of the room. They are piled with stuff. There's stuff underneath them. There's stuff around that. The walls have shelving units on them. Go from floor to ceiling. They are packed with more stuff. There is a counter at the far end. It has a register sitting on it. Several things inside of the counter. It's got a because it's not glass, that's too expensive, but it's basically, you'd say, it's shelving underneath it, and that's packed. There's stuff on the counter. He doesn't have much room left in this place. It's you gotta walk around stuff if you're gonna walk into this place. And the man you've seen, the grumpy looking guy that's near you, is behind the counter by the register. And instead of giving you a welcome, he kind of gives you a dirty look. Not a dirty look, more of a "why are you here" type of look.
I'm gonna ignore the look that he gives me and excitedly start looking around at things. Specifically, I want to find things like lanterns and other bits of like nice furniture or, things like that.
Give me a perception check. While you're doing that, Armand, is there anything...
Sorry, I almost just rolled a die 12, just saying.
While she's rolling that, Armand, is there anything you would like to do in this shop?
Yeah, I will go up to the counter to the guy and introduce myself and our business and big old nice polite welcome.
Okay.
23, by the way.
A 23. You can find odds and ends that you would like for the shop. There's probably some chairs in there. Lantern maybe in there. Yeah, there's definitely a lantern in there. Stuff like that. Yeah, so if there's a couple of small things. He doesn't have anything the size of like desks, because I know you're probably looking probably for 2 more of those. There isn't anything like that. Let's see else in there. There's probably stuff that you'd probably like pen holder type of thing. There's probably a nice.
Are there any tables, chairs?
I said there's chairs, but there's no tables. Nothing that big, because the tables he has, he's using to put stuff on. But there is like, if you're looking for you find a nice. How do you say it? It's just a very elaborate ornamental inkwell, basically, with a pen. No ink, obviously, you have to get that. Is in there. There's some stuff like that might be fancy stuff for the office. There's more.
We don't need fancy stuff.
There's 2 more lamps in there, something like what you have, that do turn on and off with a switch. One of them is brighter than your lamp if you turn it on. The other one is dimmer. It's more of an age thing. They eventually wear out, apparently.
How much is the brighter one?
The brighter one with it's just 25 gold pieces is the tag he has on it.
How much do we have to pay for rent?
200 a month, and you guys are the first.
That's easy.
Yep.
Okay. So I thought it was 800, so we're fine. Jeez. I'm probably gonna pick up the lamp then.
Okay. Well, let me go back to what Armand's doing. Then we'll say he does his talk while you're looking for this stuff, and then you can come up and barter with him after that. So Armand walks up. You say hi, and you say, give him a greeting. He is a thin man with a long face, thinning blonde hair, brown eyes. That's who's standing there. He has a rather he's got a long face, long nose. He's probably the character I was basing his looks off of. Is the Harry Potter series, the God, I put brain dead on it.
Draco Malfoy?
No, the guy who runs around all the time, the keeper. He has a cat.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I feel so stupid for not knowing his name.
I don't remember his name either, but then again, I'm not much of a watcher.
But that's what I was thinking of. He gives you kind of a grunt greeting type of thing.
Oh, you found some stuff, huh?
Well, no, it takes a bit. It's gonna be a minute before she comes up, because she has to look around the store to find this stuff. So you gotta interact with Ratman. Come on.
Oh, sorry, I misheard. My bad. So how long you been having the shop here?
I was the first one in this shop. I was here when the place just was made. What are you all doing here?
We're a private investigation company.
So you just button everybody
It,
else's business, is that it?
oh, I like to think it's a little bit more fancy than that, but I mean, you're not wrong.
He points his finger at you. I don't need people butting into my business over here. I tell you, stay out of my business.
Um,
That doesn't sound suspicious at all.
well, if nobody comes in your business, then they can't see what you have for sale.
I don't mean my shop. I mean you don't come butting around on what I'm doing. You don't go spying on me. I know what you detective types do. You leave me alone.
Well, I don't work for free. I'm just here to meet my neighbors.
Be careful with that, Missy. Don't need you dropping one of those lamps. They're expensive.
I'm actually going to like glare at him, and I'm just gonna like hold it a little less firm, kind of more out from me, and then pull it back in, and then I'm gonna smile. You're not
You
very good at business, are you?
you break it, you buy it. That's
I
all I'm
was
saying.
gonna buy it anyway.
Oh well, that's a different matter. If you're gonna buy it, yeah, just bring it up to the counter. I'll bring it out. Anything else you see you like?
Yeah, since we just moved in, we don't have a whole lot of furniture, so I'm kind of having a look at some of these chairs as well.
Ah, well, I can give you a pretty good deal on those chairs. They take up a lot of room. Uh, uh, 5 silver apiece.
Sounds good to me. How many chairs would that be,
4.
Finn?
There's 4 there,
4?
and they're wooden, rickety kind.
20 silver.
Yeah, they're kind of rickety. They're not bad shape. He doesn't have anything that's really bad shape. It's not like they're definitely used. They're probably about the same quality as what the shifters brought you, but they won't match. I can tell you that.
That's fine. They don't need to look good, they just need to work.
True, very true.
We can paint them all later.
Say, sir, you wouldn't happen to know where, say, maybe some spare wood or something lies around in this town?
Spare wood.
Yeah, you know, long planks, thicker bits, things that maybe are left over from things that people don't want.
You mean like a scrap yard?
Yeah, sure, kind of like that.
Nah, I don't know anything like that.
Nah, that's okay. And I'm actually gonna go and buy my items.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 25, and then the chairs you said were 20 silver, right? Yeah, I said 5. So
So, if it's 20 silver, um, yeah, so I'm gonna take some off the gold.
I believe it's 27 gold. Is it 10 silver? Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pay for it. It's not like I can't afford it, and I like the lamp, so.
He seems rather happy about that. He puts his hand out and he actually kind of smiles. Thank you for your business. And he hits the thing button on his register and opens. There's a if you're being kind of aware about it, there's nothing in this drawer besides the good money you're putting in. He's putting it from you.
Oh, that's kind of sweet. In a really sad way.
Yeah, maybe. I
So
guess,
I'm
kinda.
going to update the bank real quick. I think I have the things right. I could be wrong.
Yeah, there's a tab in the thingy.
Yeah, if you take the gold off here, I need to update the bank in here too.
Bankle bonkle.
So, 1323 is what I have. Okay. What else would you care to do, if anything?
Well, I'm going to quickly drop these off at our store, and then I'm going to go. Hold on, let me look at the maps. So
I help
we're
carry the
at.
chairs. Probably me and Bone Crusher while she carries the lamp.
Yes, I will take 2 of the chairs and carry them easy.
So we're at.
You're at Rat Pack Pawn, the far corner store.
Right or left?
Left. It's the one with the 4 silver
There's all circles
circles.
in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to go to the one that has all the brown in it.
Okay, you're going to go to that one. Let me bring that one up. You get over to that door. Are you still carrying the stuff, or are you going to drop it off at your place?
Well, I just said we drop it off
Okay.
at the thing.
I'm sorry, I missed that part. So you're going to drop off the stuff at your...
Get your head in the game.
Well, I have a lot going on over here. So you
No,
drop
you
off...
don't.
Drop
Don't
the...
lie.
Hey. Drop off
Hey.
drop off the stuff at your place. And you're going to go over to the next one. It says... Helinda's Herbs and Healing is what's on this door.
Oh, I'm going to avoid this one.
I'm not.
I love how I get a bunch of messages as things. So are you're gonna avoid Helinda's Herbs and Healing then? Armand,
I am, but Armond isn't.
okay. I'm going to follow Armand. Wait. Where are you going first, Jen?
I'm going to wait outside because she doesn't like hippies. That's her thing. She's not into that.
Okay. Bone Crusher is gonna follow
She's your
you
classic
inside.
detective.
I know Bone Crusher's gonna stay outside because of after just see what he see leave here. He's gonna wait outside just in case something comes back down the street. And I don't want to leave Jen out here alone. So you're gonna go in alone, Armand. This is all you. Hey, how about that? So as you enter the store, let me go back to the map so I can give you a good description. What you're seeing is all the bars are shelves. They're all see-through shelves. There is jars of all different shapes, sizes, colors, some bubbling, all kinds of different textures to them on these shelves. Along the wall, on the right, is a long shelf the same way. In the far back is a table. It has a tablecloth over it, and it has kind of a crystal ball type of thing in the middle of it. You don't know if she does anything with it or not. The half-round circle is her counter. It's got once again, a really cheap-looking... Oh, it has actually kind of a nice-looking register in this one. This whole shop looks kind of nice. The wood floors look nice. All the shelving setup is really nice. It's really... It looks like this person takes some time and some care to set up this shop as well as it is. And behind the counter is a little half-elf female. She's... probably about middle-aged again, maybe a little older. Blonde hair. Let me see. Do I have her thing? She's got gray hair, stupid posture. She seems like, but she seems like she can take care of herself. She seems like a pretty tough girl over there. Obviously, she just had a minotaur and some gnolls inside there, and she still seems fine. So, and she's like, "Hello." So I can't get like a halfling pitch.
What I do?
Good day, miss.
Man, why you blocking me?
I was just calling to come over to introduce myself. We are your neighbors from new neighbors from next door. We are Idiots Inc. We are a private investigation company, and we're just coming over to introduce ourselves.
Oh, that sounds exciting! Very, very exciting. Do you guys have a lot of adventures doing that stuff? Oh.
At times, it can get a little exciting, but a lot of it's a lot of waiting and watching.
Oh, that sounds boring. You're gonna have a lot more adventure here, I bet. My voice completely changed for her. You're gonna have a lot more adventure here, I bet.
We're hoping.
Oh, well. Here, I make all kinds of healing potions and different things with herbs. So, if you ever have a need for it, you can come next door and I can help you out, for a small fee, of course. I can definitely give you a discount for, being in the same, being my neighbor and all.
Sure, that sounds grand. I'll probably be by, look around, get more in tune of the area.
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh yes, please do come back. Do come back, and I wish you the best of luck with your store. Sorry, with
Thank
your
you.
business. All right.
So, just seen those, that big old Minotaur guy come out of here a few minutes ago. Don't really see many of those that often.
Her whole demeanor changes when you bring them up. She kind of like goes from being this happy person to being, she's like, oh, them. Yeah, they're members of Dask. They're here looking for protection money. They come in once a month. I'm sure they'll come bother you eventually about it too.
Protection money? They're like insurance?
No, it's more like protection from them. I have a feeling, they're one of the many. I guess you call them a gang around here.
Oh, so they're like a shakedown.
Yes and no. Supposedly they really will protect you. And what are you laughing at?
she's kind of ratting out a gang to these private investigators.
Well, it's not unknown. They're well known in there. She's like, yeah, I'm sure they'll come bother you eventually, although maybe not, cause you're closer to law enforcement than the rest of us. They come bother everybody in the shop and everyone in the area, trying to get protection money.
Well, that's not very nice. We might have to do something about that.
Oh, there's nothing you can do. They're not a small organization. They pretty much control all of this district, all the warehouse district. I don't know who controls that other area. She looks very distasteful. She doesn't want to say the name.
An overdraft forgiveness feature, only from Wells Fargo.
Oh.
It's a new day at Wells Fargo.
Sorry to hear that.
Like our first day.
Well, we got a couple other stops to make, so I'll be seeing you around.
Oh, yes.
And I wave and go to leave.
She waves. She kind of gets more of the happy to be in her back on. She's like, oh, yes, hopefully I'll see you around. Hopefully not for, needing too much of my help, I don't wish you that kind of bad luck. She kind of giggles.
I kind of grin back and head out the door.
Okay. So.
When I see you walk out, I'm gonna ask you. So, what does she have to say?
I will. Let's go to back to the shop. We need to talk.
Okay. And I'm gonna walk right back next door to our store. Well, warehouse.
Once we get in and shut the door, I kind of lay out the whole shakedown of the gang and want to find out who these people are and who runs it.
Oh, I know exactly what alias I should use for this one, actually. I know exactly which one. I'm going to nod, and just for a moment, I'm going to stop and think. I want to infiltrate them.
Okay.
I was saying that to Kaz's character.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, shut up.
That's a great idea. Sounds dangerous, though.
Well, dangerous or not. Just have to think. Will they go for the cute, seductress woman or the big brute? I'm actually thinking they'll want the big brute in more than anything. Big brute. Yes. I'm actually going to, in front of you, just, let me send the picture. All of a sudden, this boy is here. Hello. His name is Quentin.
Well, remember,
Boink.
you don't change your clothes, so you are still wearing the same outfit.
Yeah, man, that's the idea. I'm wearing my my detective clothes though, so it doesn't really matter. I'm still just wearing a trench coat. It's not much of a problem.
You're supposed to throw that stuff in general, but I'll deal with it later. No problem.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about maps. That's okay.
Yeah, you should put
There we
those.
go. Delete. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone gets a little confused sometimes.
Yep, that's fine. Keep going with the roleplay though.
Yeah.
As you change and you do your changeling thing, that still freaks me out. Could you at least warn me?
I laugh, but my laugh goes from being very bubbly and feminine to a hearty man laugh. Finally get to play a man in one of these games. I'm so excited. Right, now, did they tell you where they're going to be? And I'm actually walking back to my office and shouting this out to him as I'm getting changed into my male clothes.
Oh yeah, they put a big sign out says gangster hideout here, and no, of course not. I just heard that they go to the local shops around here in this whole district and shake them down for protection.
I wonder if they're the type to hang out at the local pub too.
Could be. Wouldn't hurt to look.
Definitely not. I'm going to head over there. Feel free to join, or you and Bone Crusher can hang out and have your little play date. And I'm like trying to get into character, and he's just becoming more and more of a dick.
Hey, what me and Bone Crusher have, don't make it cheap.
Bone Crusher just kind of looks confused. He doesn't get the idea.
I'm gonna walk out past Bone Crusher and give him a rough, masculine, friendly pat on the back and leave the building.
He looks more confused.
Should I give Quentin's little thing?
What's that?
The little thing I wrote up for all my aliases and shit.
I don't remember all your aliases. I have so much stuff going on. I did read them, but
I read them, but I was asking if I should read them, or read it out, or should I just not?
if you would like to read Quentin's alias right now, go ahead. If it's the one you're playing, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So he's a very attractive man, looking around 27 years old. He's a human male, obviously. He's a very sexy, womanizing brawler, but he loves to have a good laugh. He's very talkative and very sexual, almost as much as he loves money. His looks can easily pull in almost any woman, and he loves a woman with a good sense of humor. He has no problem fighting for what he wants either, as he's been known to do. He looks very strong, so most wouldn't screw with him, but those who do usually regret it, rather. Even when he loses one of these brawls, he's good-humoured about it and will buy the man who beats him a drink. And that's who this dickhead is.
Okay. Now, where are you going? What do you want to go do?
I'm looking for the local pub.
The local,
One that kind of looks like all the tough guys would go to it, you know?
the local pubs, any local drinking area, the closest ones, are all in Sharn's Welcome. They're all in the red light district. And it's still probably around noonish, so it's a little early, probably for a red light district to open. There could be some taverns in there open, but you can go take a look around if you want.
Yeah, the idea is to take a look around and see if anyone knows anything.
Okay. So you go over and let me. You go looking around for a tavern that's open. Second here, should have had this open. You get a name generator.
As I'm like walking through the streets, like not sashaying because that's more feminine, but I look very up myself and like leading with my pelvis, Bob Yule style, but not as country bumpkin.
Okay, I gotta put this in notes. The Violent Sheep Inn is open.
That sounds like exactly the place where they would be.
Let me go put this in notes so I can. Okay. You go into the Violent Sheep Inn. You are alone, right? I know I didn't follow you.
Yeah, I'm alone.
You ever heard the whole thing? You don't split up the party. Yeah. Anyway, so you go to the Violent Sheep Inn. It's it literally has a sign. It's hanging out there. It has a sheep holding a sword, and the sword's all bloody. That's what the sign actually has on it. And
As I walk in, I'm gonna look up at the sign and say, huh, cute.
you go in, and it is just a cheap, dark tavern in there. You're not really sure where the inn part comes in. There's not many people in here. The people that are look like sailors and stuff that don't want to be up at this early, even at this time of day. It looks like they were partying pretty hard last night in this district, and they're regretting it in the morning, and they're probably trying to get a little of the hair of the dog that bit them, or a greasy meal, basically one of the two. You're not seeing anything like you've seen come out of our stuff. There isn't any like monsters in here.
Well, I'm not gonna be the most friendly guy, but I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna give them the once over and a little mini wave and sit down at the bar.
Okay, you sit down at the bar. It is the bartender comes up. He's like, "What do you want?" And he is a rather large, burly half orc. Is behind the bar. He's wearing no shirt, an apron, trousers though. Some sort of like probably like an orange colored trousers. He's just standing there. He's cleaning a glass with a rag, type of thing. You know, like you movie scene type of thing.
Yeah, your movie style bartender.
Yeah.
Like, we never do that in real life, but in the movies we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna say, give us a pint of your cheapest ale.
Some guy down the bar goes, "It's all cheap." He's like, "You
Yeah,
shut
that's
it
why I
down
say
there."
cheapest.
And he goes in. There's a bunch of kegs behind the counter, like you know where you normally like see like a mirror with liquor bottles. It's just like four kegs sitting up there on end.
I love that.
And he just goes to one of them. I don't think he even cared which one he went to. And he fills the glass he was just cleaning to the top, sits it on the counter, pushes it to you, and says, "That'll be 5 coppers." Or that'll be 5 coppers.
Well, I'm gonna dish out 5 coppers. Now I have 20 coppers.
He takes it and puts it in his apron pocket. He goes back to what he's doing. Place is pretty quiet. There's a couple little conversations going on around you, stuff like that, but not that much. Like I said, it's not like a busy hour for them.
I turn to the bartender. It's not a lively place this time of day, is it?
You should see it at night. Place is packed.
I bet. You ever get that feisty Minotaur fella in here?
Nobody else seems to give a care as you said that, but the bartender stops, and he looks at you. He's like, "What are you doing here? What do you want?"
I'm just asking around. Apparently he's been roughing up some of the young ladies, and I want to know how to do it myself.
I wouldn't go around talking about him that way. He wouldn't appreciate it.
Wouldn't he?
Nah, You definitely wouldn't.
Seems like a pretty good lad. Love to meet him.
You stick around here long enough, he'll eventually come around. He doesn't usually come in here, at least not for drinking, at least.
Wow. I don't say that. That was my reaction.
Why did you say wow?
It's just not for the drinking, at least. I'm like, roasted. No. So, where, if I were to go to find him, where would I go?
Oh, is that not working? Shoot. Okay, that turned that. I had the chat off. It wasn't showing who was talking. Anyway, he doesn't bother with the riff-raff and stuff around here. He, like most of, I shouldn't be telling you about this stuff. Go bother someone else about it. Don't go get me in trouble.
Trouble? How could I possibly get you in trouble?
Oh, don't act stupid. You know exactly how if you're in here asking about him.
I'm just interested. He seems to be quite the ladies' man.
Ladies' man? I don't think he's ever been accused of being a ladies' man.
I laugh. Yeah, well, I'm new in town, so it'd be great to meet some new friends like him.
What's your angle? Nobody wants to be friends with a damn Minotaur.
That's for me to know, isn't it?
He gives you kind of like a weird look, and he walks off down the bar. He's done with you.
What a dick. No, I'm gonna finish off my beer and look for the most lively of men, hoping that there are like a couple of them that seem to be like a little happier than the most. And I'm gonna sit beside them and I'm gonna say, "Hello, fellas. Name's Quentin. Yourselves?" I do want it known that even though Australia doesn't exist in this world, he definitely has an Australian accent. Just to make him more of a dick.
If you can't do an Australian accent, he is. No, I'm joking.
Oh, g'day, mate. Fuck off.
Oh God, don't do that. Give you a second here.
G'day, mate. Oh, good eye, mate. Put a shrimp on the barbie.
Oh my God, don't do that. I wasn't admittedly expecting to do all this in this game, so sorry if I had to bring something up real quick.
Ha 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 ha. I'm doing my own kind of investigation.
Sorry, did we derail the plot train?
Yes, you did. Very, very, very good noticing that. You completely
I feel like
derailed
we do that all the time.
the whole plot that I was making up. You have managed to completely destroy. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
No, it's okay. You actually haven't destroyed it yet.
Oh, but we know I will.
Sorry, I'm just trying to bring up the group you're trying to hunt down. I want to have their information sitting up here.
I just realized that the picture of Quentin that I sent looks a lot like that one Australian guy that plays Thor. Chris Hemsworth. There we go. Didn't notice that till just now, and I appreciate it. I also appreciate the fact that I gave myself an Australian accent without realizing that it looked like Chris Hemsworth.
That's what I was looking for. No, not that one. Okay, that's what I needed up. So you sit down at one of the table with some of the sailor types, basically. Say at a table, there would be three of them sitting there, and you sat down. You ask what their names are, and he's like, "Oh, I'm Sam, and this here is John, and that's Dave." Yeah, that's your name, right? Dave? Or was it Don?
Sam,
Don?
John, and
Dave?
Dave.
I, I'm not sure. It was Dave, damn it. You've known me for years. We're on the same ship. We are? Yeah, we're on the same damn ship. So they just go back and forth, right?
I'm gonna chuckle. Gosh, man, sounds like someone's been a bit tipsy for most of his time, huh?
Well, yeah. You'd be too if you're out there on that damn sea, nothing else to do all day, no women around. You get back in here and... Ooh.
I chuckle. No women around. I never really have that problem, unfortunately. It's more of a curse than a blessing.
Yeah, well, you've never been on one of those boats out there for weeks at a time. There ain't no women around there to find, no matter how good looking you are.
That's really a shame. Surely you've got wives back here at least.
they all
I don't know how my voice suddenly became lower.
they all start laughing, like the whole table kind of like laughs at that. Wives.
He's actually gonna chuckle too because he's not that kind of guy either. He's having a go.
So there, mister, what do you want?
I just thought I'd introduce myself. Name's Quinn. Just moved in down the road.
Oh, well, that's a mighty fancy name you got there.
Yeah, adopted it from a completely other continent. It's neat. I move around all the time though. Bit of an adventure, I suppose. I flex a little, like not actually like flexing, but like that subtle flexing. You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, anyways, what are you sitting here for? What do you want with
Like I
us?
said, thought I'd introduce myself.
Yeah, well, you done that. Now what do you want? Oh, come on there. Don't be so hard on him. Nah, he just sat at our table and starts talking about how he's all like God's gift to women and oh no, come on. Don't be like that.
Is it Dave that's being a bit of a dick?
No, what was it? It was oh god, what are their names?
It's Sam, John, and Dave.
Oh, it was John. John was being kind of a dick.
No, John, no need to get so riled up. How long you in town for?
Oh, we ship out tonight, so we gotta get our fun in before that. We ain't got time to sit around and talk to no pretty boys.
He chuckles again. Okay, then I'll make this quick. That Minotaur lad, I'm sure you've heard of him.
No, we ain't seen no Minotaur around here. We've been inside of, I don't know, someone's bedroom. Where were we last night? Oh, well, we tried to get into that Pink Pearl place, but they don't. Sorry, I actually keep messing up. Well, they don't let us in a place like that. So we were down the block at I don't remember anymore. By then it's just a blur after that.
Well, that is really a shame, because I hear he's smuggling women onto boats himself anyway.
They all kind of like get nervous looking. We don't want any business of that at all.
So you have not seen this man in a bunch of whack jobs with him, all armored up?
Well, no, I think if I saw a Minotaur walking down the street, it's something I would remember. That's not something you see. Why is there a Minotaur on the streets of the city? Aren't they supposed
He's
to be?
He's apparently shaking down a bunch of people, local gang, very well known. I'm surprised that you, don't know, and I do. My first day here, after all.
Well, we only come in to get drunk and, other things, and we don't know what goes on around here. We just come in, we have a good time, we get back on the boat.
Interesting. Well, lads, I hope I see you around next time you come back in. Don't be ashamed to come in here. I'll probably be here and say hi. And I'm gonna stand up and leave.
Okay, they all kind of look at you funny as you're saying that, like, You're weird, dude. Okay. And where are you going?
I'm gonna head back. But I'm gonna go into the herb shop.
Okay, you're. Oh, who messaged me
With
now?
the
Oh wait,
whammon. Yeet.
the woman.
So I wish
Oh,
my aliases could give me pluses in charisma because he's meant to be a real hot guy, but like I can't.
no, you don't.
I have a decent charisma anyway.
Okay, I got to go back up to. Okay, so you go over to Helena's herb shop. Herbs and Healing is on the door, and you walk in. Right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, before we do that, I'm gonna make sure because I don't want to leave him out. Is Armond doing anything in this time, or is he just gonna be?
Yeah.
Looking around at the office, if there's something storyline that can get me back into, sure. But
No, there's nothing really going on other than what she's doing. Like, if you want to go do something, it's all player driven. So if you want to do something, that's fine. But if you want to just wait out for what she's doing, that's cool too. I just don't want you to be like ignored. Okay, well, let's go over to Linda's Herbs and Healing. You walk in the door. I've already given you the description. Really pretty, really nice place, clean, well organized. All the shelves, tons of bottles. It's kind of mesmerizing because there's all kinds of different bottles of shapes and sizes and colors, and like they all kind of like doing different things. Some have like sparkles going off in them. She's obviously either an amazing herbalist or sorry, alchemist, or you don't know where all this stuff came from. She is still sitting behind the counter. It's still opera hour, so she's sitting back there. No one's in the store.
I'm gonna saunter inside and lean over the counter. Hello, beautiful.
Oh, hello, gorgeous. What are you doing down here?
Oh, just, had a bit of a shake-up this morning. It's my first day here. It's crazy. Thought I'd
another one of
come in
you.
and buy some medicine.
Do you work for next door too? They were. What of you was it earlier today?
I laugh. No.
Oh, well, what brings you into town?
Well, I travel a lot, I more subtle flexing. I really hate him, but I love him at the same time. Okay. I travel a lot. I thought if I'm going to travel anywhere, I may as well travel to Sharn. It's really beautiful.
Oh well, it is, but not down here. Like, you definitely want to go up a
I
level or
beg to
two.
differ.
Oh, she obviously gets kind of. Oh, I'm too old for this kind of stuff. What do you want? Quit hassling an old lady.
He laughs. I did come in here to get some herbs. My brother, he got a bit shaken up too much. Is a little bit injured, but not too bad. But also I wanted to know, do you know the guy who's been doing it? He's about, I want to say 6-7 foot tall, maybe even taller. 9 even.
She's
Furry horns.
well, once again her expression changed from like blushing and all that to being very serious. She's obviously has that streak in her. She's like, I don't know anything about that. If you want some healing potions, though, there's a bottle right here, and she goes under the counter. She pulls it out. It's just red looking potion, because World of Warcraft.
He's gonna lean over. Something tells me you're lying.
I am not lying. And now you can buy the potion or you can leave. It's up to you.
How much for the potion then?
You expect me to know this shit off the top of my head? No.
Yes, I do.
That'd be 30 gold. Wrong accent. That'd be 30 gold pieces.
I wanna do the thing with the diplomacy.
Roll diplomacy.
Thank you. Oof, that's a nat 17 plus 7, so 24.
Okay.
I want to butter it down a little bit.
Oh, I was already giving you quite a deal. I usually sell these for 50 gold, but you said that your brother was hurt, and I guess I can go to 30. She looks kind of flustered still. Like,
It was already 30.
oh, sorry. I guess I can go to 25. I thought you said 35.
Yes, I suppose that works, and I put down 24 gold pieces and 10 silver pieces because that makes 25.
She takes it all and she opens the register. Her register has money in it. When she opens it up, you can see several coins, silver, all that is in there, and she puts it in there. She's like, "Well, you have a good day. Come back anytime now."
Certainly, but if you do have anything, tell someone, because this is, I wouldn't want my brother getting hurt again. He means everything to me. And then he walks out of the store.
All right. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to like completely cut you off or anything like that. I'm literally giving you the information you're supposed to get from this stuff.
No, it's all good.
I just don't want Jax to think that I'm like anyway trying to just block her to force her back in the plot. This is just
No.
Okay.
I wasn't. Okay. I am going to walk around to a closed off area and pull out my disguise kit and turn back into Jin.
Ember.
I mean, not Jin, Ember. Shut up! Give me time to correct myself. Jeez.
You're fine. I was just making sure, like, because if you're going to Jin, it's very different.
No, I'm Ember, and I am also in her clothes again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk back around and go back into the warehouse.
Which one? Your shop or?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're just sitting around bored in there, I guess.
Okay, so I got this health potion.
Organizing my office.
I'm back.
Bone Crusher looks up, kind of like nods, like.
I hear my
This is
dog bark. Bark, bark, bark. He's gonna come and give me a hug, and I'm gonna pat the dog. So, information. I got this one potion, and the lady next door didn't know much, but I told her, if you do, come go see someone about it. Wink, wink. The men in the bar didn't have a whole lot of info. Basically a useless operation, all in all.
Bone Crusher just kind of like he nods. He tries not to talk much because of his voice. So he just kind of like nods at you. So he knows he's listening.
Yeah. Armond responds with,
I kind of just nod as well. I was just like, huh. Nothing, huh?
not really.
So, do you guys want to do anything?
Did you try talking to the lady next door? Like
Yeah, she didn't have a whole lot to say either.
Really, you get nothing out of her. As I kind of look jokingly smug at you.
I glare back and I say, well, actually, I got a half-price health potion out of her. So bite your tongue, mister.
I jokingly stick my tongue out at you. I walk back to my office. Okay, health potion.
What the heck? I'm going to actually walk into my own office and tidy it up a little, and I have 2 chairs there so that people can sit on them if they ever want to come in and.
Okay, well, you guys have one desk, 4 chairs you just got, 3 chairs the shifters bought. So you got 4, 5, 6, 7 chairs, 2 lamps, and a filing cabinet. That's all the furniture you guys have right now.
Well, one of the lamps is probably going to be in the main area, and the other lamp's going to be in my fucking office because that's where I'd put it.
So you probably put the brighter one in the main area because it's a much bigger area.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've got 2 chairs on an angle facing my desk. And one behind my desk so that I can sit on it.
Okay. So you guys are basically going to be rearranging the office, sitting around waiting for jobs, I guess, today. That kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay. We're just going to fast forward again. Get to nighttime. Is there something you specifically want to do at nighttime? We can go to the next morning if you want.
I don't have any specific things to do. So.
Okay.
Yep, next morning, fine.
Okay. Well, you guys have a really pretty uneventful day and night. Not really unexpected considering you're new to the city and you got to build up the rep again and get all your contacts again and all that kind of stuff. But next morning, let me get to that. Bang, bang, bang on the door. Loud bangs on the door. Open up. We know you're in there. And bang, bang, bang. Again.
My first instinct is to turn myself into another one of my aliases. And because she's like, whoa, shit, okay.
I put pants on and head towards the door. See who it is.
It sounds... This isn't a human. This is a loud, deep voice coming from that door. Bone Crusher's already up.
Vera.
Okay, Bone Crusher's already up because this is what he's paid for, basically. Is the muscle of the group. Who is opening the door? Is it going to be Armond?
I will. Me.
Well, I know Armand says he was going to the door, and you said you were changing, so I think Armand gets to the door first, unless he's going to wait.
Well, yeah, Armond, wait.
We can hear you in there. Open the door. Bang, bang, bang. And you can see the door. The door is vibrating when he gets.
I yelled to the door. 1 second, I'm not decent.
You got 1 second, and then I'm taking the door off.
I'm approaching the door.
You break it, you buy it.
That's funny. You break it, you buy it. And I stride over to the door and I open it, and I'm just like those dresses you saw next door with all the frills and everything. That's kind of the clothes that she would wear.
Yeah, you open the door. You open the door, and almost no light enters the roof outside. A massive, muscular, hairy brown body is blocking most of the entrance. You look up to see the head of a bull with long curved horns that come to sharp points. Oh my god. Horns that come to sharp point tipped with what looks like gold. Behind the large head is an even larger axe strapped to its back. In a little area you can't see around him, you can see he is not alone. You see several beasts that look like hyenas, basically the gnolls from yesterday. Now that you're up close, you can see their armor is old and dented, and they have smaller versions of the axe that the Minotaur is carrying. About time.
I roll my eyes. Hi, handsome. What can I do for you?
Oh, save it. Your charms don't work on me. Where is this detective I heard about in here? Where is she?
Detective? You mean Jin? She left yesterday. Out on a mission or whatever. She took all her gold with her, so I can't even go on a spending spree next door. Have you seen the dresses in there? Oh, they're so beautiful.
I ain't gonna be buying anything from next door. Not anymore. Now, tell me, where is this detective? We need her.
Oh, I don't know. She didn't tell me where she was going. She just said she was leaving.
You there, he points to Armand. Where is this detective? Are you the detective?
No,
Bluff.
I'm just the assistant.
Well, where is your boss? You guys are open for 1 day and they're not even here? I need a detective and I need her now.
Why do you need her? I'm sure I can pass the message on.
I don't need you, hussy. I need the detective. Where is she?
She's gone. I'm sure I can call her back for you if you tell me what you need.
I think she's back tomorrow. She was looking up information on
I
the
ain't
case.
got time for tomorrow. He bangs his hand above the door frame, and it feels like the whole warehouse kind of shudders.
So, if you're gonna be this aggressive, I'm gonna have to get my friend here to stand up to you a little. Just tell me what you need, and I'm sure we can handle it. The assistant here is just as capable as anyone.
I already told you what I need. I need a detective, and I need her now.
Why are you gonna give her a shake-up like you have been with everyone else here?
I ain't here to shake up anybody. I need to hire the detective. Now, where is she? I know she was around yesterday, so don't tell me that she's gone now.
Yeah, she was here yesterday, but she left yesterday as well. She'll be gone all day today. We'll be back tomorrow, bright and early. Now I could get started. I can get started on any case that you're willing to open.
I don't need no second-rate assistant. I need a detective. This can't wait till tomorrow. I need her now.
Well, I guess there's no convincing you. I'll be back. And I'm gonna walk her back to the room. And as I do, you just hear, Jen, honey, there's a man at the door for you. I know you needed some sleep. You were out late last night on your work, but he really, really needs you. So,
Roll
and then
that
you just
bluff.
hear, yeah, that's easy enough for me. I can put on voices. Oh, that's a nice number right there. Plus, I should have a high bluff, I think. Yeah, plus 10, so that would be 27.
Okay.
And then you hear, oh, fine, I'm coming. Jesus, couldn't you handle it for once, Vera? No, honey, not this time. Go on, he's demanding you. As if any man has ever demanded you over me. Yeah, shut up. And then I come out in my full detective gear and I look exhausted.
The Minotaur is standing there. You can't see his head in your doorway. You see his arms crossed, and he's just sitting there, obviously and patiently waiting for you, and he's not in a good mood.
I'm gonna step up to him, and clearly not afraid, I'm gonna say, yes, sir?
You the detective?
That's me. Name's Jen. How can I help? I mean, Ember. How can I help?
I got a job for you. Follow me. He steps back from the doorway, and as he does, light kind of pours in because he was just gonna block it all.
He's just a big boy.
Yeah. He steps back and he starts walking off towards your neighbors to the left. Let me go put the map up for people.
Alright, well, I look at Bone Crusher and Armond to follow me, and I'm gonna walk after him. I'm also going to turn back to Armond and snicker and say, he called you second rate.
I grab my bow and arrows.
I already have my weapons. I'm following.
My wand is always strapped to my belt, so.
Well, I was sleeping. Remember, I had entered the door before I had to put pants on before entering the door.
I follow out and I stay very close to Jin, Ember. Basically probably walking on the other side to the Minotaur. He leads you over to Sylvan Sexy where the door is open to the place and he leads you into the shop. The showroom floor looks the same as it did yesterday, and he leads you through to the back room. As you enter, you see Sylvan lying on the ground in a pool of blood not far from her sewing table. But that's not the most shocking thing. The most shocking thing you see is that she is... that her dark hair and her fair skin have been replaced by white hair and gray skin of a changeling.
Oh, that's gonna offend me. I'm going to kind of glare down and I'm going to look at the Minotaur. So, you just discovered her body here? How?
We came this morning to have a chat with her, and we found her
Oh,
like
you mean
this.
a shake-up?
It's not a shake-up. We keep our part of the deal.
No. You come in, you take their money for protection against your own gang, right?
No. We don't in any way endanger them. In fact, the reason why I went and got you is because she paid up. And this happened. Now I want to know who did it.
Some good protection you're providing there, isn't it? I smile at him and I'm going to actually look down at her wounds and I want to see what kind of wound it is, whether it's blunt force or piercing or slashing, etc.
Do a perception.
Plus 11, so that would be 18.
Okay, do you want... Let me do this better. Do you want to just do that, or do you want to do...
I wanted to do the other thing.
The whole psych, basically.
The whole psych, yes,
okay.
Sean Spencer.
Then please give me an investigation roll.
And I add on to that... investigation... So that's, do you mean deduction?
Yeah, okay.
And yeah. do I add on my perception again?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so 22.
22 is what you got. Okay. Now,
so
first, I'm going to start with Armond. So you got to 22.
Small missed detail. That's gay.
I'm going to send you everything you have in a... so that you can then say it out how you want. Now, I would like... But before that happens, don't say anything. Armond, do a perception check, and I'll tell you what you see.
Rolling. Oh. I got a 15.
Out of 15, let's see here. All the fabric seems to have been pulled from the shelves in the back corner of the workshop. You see blue beads on the ground, basically all around the place, like they've been scattered. You also notice that the blood is only in one spot, and there doesn't seem to have been any... The only sign of struggle that you actually see is that these beads seem to be everywhere. The rest of the shop seems to be kind of how it was yesterday. Like I said, the blood seems to be in one spot. She's laying there. All that stuff, that's about it, though. Now, go ahead, investigator.
Well, you kind of just told him everything I already knew.
No, you have more.
Like a little more.
You also have more detail.
Yes, so all the fabric seems to have been pulled from the shelves, shelves, by the way. In the back corner of the workshop, blue beads are spread all over the floor, the blood is all pulled in one spot, and there does not seem to have been a struggle. There's blue fabric on the sewing table. Wow. You find a torn piece of blue fabric in her hand, and with the blue beads and the blue fabric on the table, you think this may all mean something. Well, I don't actually, but that's fine. Is the blue fabric, torn fabric in her hand from the blue fabric on the table?
Yes. No.
Okay.
If you're checking the fabric on the table for a tear in that, no, there isn't like you can't match that to something. But by the way,
it's the same material.
I didn't send you that to read it. I sent you that in case you wanted to do an elaborate, reveal type of anything. But
No, because there's not an elaborate reveal I can do with that. Well, there doesn't seem to have been a struggle, but all of the fabric has been pulled from the shelves.
Oh, I said there's one more thing I want to give you because you did say something.
Wait, all the fabric seems to have been pulled from the shelves, but there doesn't seem to have been a struggle.
Yep.
How does that work?
1 second. You also have this information because you said that you were looking at the wound. It's a puncture, by the way.
So is it vampire-esque?
if you're literally trying to think that out as your character, no, you know that it's not. That looks more like two daggers, like one above the other, something like that. It's not
Where?
in the chest, basically around the heart area.
So wait, where is the blood in relation to her body, and is she lying flat on the ground?
She's lying flat on her back, like she got
Yeah, yeah,
stabbed
yeah,
and
yeah,
fell
yeah.
over.
But where's the blood?
It's just pooling around her. It's not spraying out anywhere. It's just kind of just pooled around her.
I thought you meant like it was on one side of her body, not okay.
Yeah, it probably will be because it's like she's got the stab on one side. Yeah, it's probably pooled all on that one side.
Okay, so she hasn't been moved. I wish I could actually see this because that'll actually really help. There's beads all over the floor. Can I see where the beads have come from?
No, they're just blue beads.
Any string?
No, there's no string.
I'm going to carefully remove the fabric from her hand and match it up to the... Like, obviously not as in matched up, I mean check to see if it is exactly the same as what she was using on the table.
Yeah, what she's working. Yeah, it's the same fabric as what she was working on the table.
There's 2 dagger wounds in her chest.
Is there a container that like the beads could have came from?
Do a perception check on that.
Yeah, man, this investigation shit isn't very good unless you get like a 30.
I got a 28.
28. You see a. Let me pop this up. On the table, like not her sewing table, but over on the long square table in the back right corner, there is a jar that was sitting there with the blue beads, but the lid is on it.
Okay. I go look inside it.
It's the blue beads. There's nothing in there. Just the blue beads.
I'm going to stand up and turn to the Minotaur. And I want to do read character. I don't know what that actually does because I've never played an investigator before.
It pretty much tells you his alignment. If you want to do sense motive on him, that'll give you probably more what you need.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna sense motive his butt. What's my plus in sense motive? 10. So 17. I rolled 2 7s in a row.
He seems really kind of agitated about this. He's not happy of what happened here. It's an honest. It seems to you like he wants to kill the person who did this if you tell them who it is. That's what he wants you to do.
Mister, did you see anyone running out of the room when you came in?
No, the door was open when we got here. We let ourselves in and found her back here when no one was answering us. We knew she didn't leave the place with the door open.
There's no signs of struggle, which makes me think that it's probably someone that she trusted. Someone that she led into the house. Or the warehouse.
Let's see here.
The blue fabric in her hand wasn't ripped from the fabric on the desk, but it is the same kind of fabric. It leads me to believe that maybe it was someone she makes dresses for, perhaps? Someone wearing the same fabric as she was using?
I lean in and whisper to Amber. Remember that she was arguing with the pawn shop guy yesterday. But I do it was whisper, not to hopefully the gnolls and the Minotaur don't hear.
Yeah. I nod. It's a
Perception.
possibility.
Perception on the gnolls. Ooh, gnolls heard.
It's a possibility, but I'm not so sure he would. We'll obviously question him soon. Anyway, was the Minotaur going to respond to me, or...?
Oh, sorry. What would you ask him? Sorry,
I,
I
I
blanked.
I asked if he had any idea if anyone she knew wore the same kind of fabric as her, or if maybe it was one of the women down at the place she makes it for, etc. If you'd ever seen a woman wearing this kind of fabric on her dress or anything.
Oh well, I don't really go down there. It's not my thing. Uh, he looks over to the gnolls. Any of you know anything about that? Like basically, obviously, it's an order. He's the guy in charge, and they all kind of like give a response back that you guys don't understand unless you have It's actually in their language. It's be null. So I don't think you
Oh,
guys
it's
have.
knowledge. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
don't.
It's more
They
for
keep
gatekeeping
like
that.
speaking languages that I don't have, and I have so many languages.
Yeah, they're being dicks on purpose because they don't want you to hear them. And then he turns back. He's like, they don't. They there's plenty of women down there. They don't know dresses. They don't want them on the girls as it is. Apparently, I don't.
Roll my eyes. Very helpful, guys.
Like, it is what she did though. I mean, could be a.
It very well could have been someone she made dresses for.
What? No, this is your area. I just need you to tell me who did it. If you do that, and the Doask will be the Do. I know I spelled that wrong on this. The Dask will be in your debt. And that's not any small thing. You find me who did this. When I say I will protect somebody around here, they have my word, and I'm not letting him get away with this. You just do your job, tell me who it is, and I'll do my job.
Did you just give away to me that it's a him, Finn?
No? Who?
Because you just said I'm not letting him get away with this.
It's just a common term.
Uh-huh. I believe you.
Most people
I'm
consider
actually
women
going to.
murderers.
No, I do. It's mostly women, so I mean, I'm going to step out of the store and walk down to the one next door to it and knock on the door.
The Minotaur follows you, with you. Bone Crusher falls next to him, because he's staying between you and him basically. As you go over, he orders his gnoll guards or lackeys or to stand outside. He follows you in. Armond, what are you doing?
I'm still looking around the shop.
I'm saying.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm looking around the areas where the clothing, the fabrics were on the shelves. I'm looking at where the fabrics were moved to, if they were just tossed on the ground or were they set like on a table.
Give me a wisdom check on that.
I rolled a 17.
They
I
were.
my modifier, right?
It looks like they were taken off and stacked. Like they're not like thrown, they're not tossed off the shelf. It looks like they've all been kind of like in that back section, been taken off and set to the side. They're stacked up there.
Okay, I check out the back wall, see if like maybe there's like a false shelf or maybe like a hidden panel.
Give me a perception roll.
I'm pretty sure I failed. I got a 14.
Okay. It's a wall. It's just like the walls in your guys' room. Yep. I'm gonna go back over to the other shop. So you're walking into the Pack Rat pawn shop, basically. Still packed. He is sitting behind the counter as just like before. And he's like, what do you want? And then he sees the giant minotaur walking behind you, and his eyes get kind of big. And he's like, what can I do for you?
We just had a look in the store next door, and it's been a bit of an accident. I was wondering if maybe you heard
happened?
anything last night.
What happened? Is she okay? Tell me, is she okay? He seems actually really concerned all of a sudden.
Sense motive, though. That is 18 plus 10, so...
Yeah, 28. He
I think
seems...
it's 10. Hold on. Let me check that. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm not being a bullshitty... No, it is plus 10. Never mind. Continue.
Whatever your pluses were on an 18 was going to give it to you anyways, but he seems very genuine about it. He's like, I told her to leave. I told her to move. She wouldn't listen to me. And he seems rather kind of upset.
Why were you telling her to leave, sir?
We go up to his name. Oh, his description. Okay, I need his stuff. Because look at this area. It's no place for a woman like that. She's there all alone. People coming in all hours of the night, yelling and screaming and arguing. These damn women, never happy about anything she did.
So she had problems with the women.
Oh, they were never happy with any of them. It didn't fit right. It didn't look right. It wasn't what I ordered. Blah, blah, blah. All night I hear him in there yelling at her about stuff. Not happy, ungrateful. He kind of like stops himself from going further.
You ever look at any of the women close enough to understand maybe what they were wearing? A blue dress or anything blue like this material here? And I show him the bit of material that was in her hand.
No, I've never seen it. I just hear him yelling through the walls. Don't you guys hear him yelling through the walls? Yeah, I heard him last night.
I'm a heavy sleeper.
But your Bone Crusher was back. He's like, yeah, I heard some yelling last night. They I yelled at him to shut up, and they kind of got quiet. I just thought it was fine.
Bone Crusher, you should have told us.
I didn't think it was a big deal. It was just yelling.
I shake my head. Sir, I'm afraid that Sylvan is dead.
He kind of breaks down, almost like he's about to cry behind the thing, and then let me see. Where is it?
Her name is very close to Sylvana, by the way.
I know. Probably got that info. And then he looks, he's going to cry. He looks at me. He's like, I was like, I want to hire you. What's your fee? I'll give you 50 gold to find her killer. That 100 gold.
I raise my eyebrows. Well, that's what he's here for. And I look at the Minotaur.
And the guy says, he's like, where were you? Weren't you supposed to protect her? Isn't that your job? He starts yelling at the Minotaur. And the Minotaur actually, like, backs off from him as the guy starts going nuts. That was your job. You told me you would make sure she was safe. I tried to get her to leave, and you told me, no, she's fine. That she's under your protection as long as she pays. And no, what happens? And he's mad. He's yelling at this skinny, scrawny little aged guy. Is yelling at the 10th Minotaur. And the Minotaur actually...
The Minotaur's backing off.
Yeah.
That's funny. I like that.
He gives no Fs right now.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing is.
Okay, I want everyone to calm down. We are going to find the killer, and we are going to make sure he gets what he deserves.
I know it was one of those horrors she deals with all day. He stops trying to like be nice about it. It was just one of those horrors. I know that's who it had to be. They said they were in there all night. There's one of them last night yelling, and I should have went and done something. He just kind of like all of his energy's kind of gone again, and he's.
I say, I'm actually a little sad. So, remind me again where these women work.
Said I I didn't keep it in her business. I don't know. Then he looks like he also gets an idea. He looks up. She always had a little a book she wrote in. That might have the information you look for. Maybe she. I think she was keeping a ledger.
That makes sense. Good business move. Thank you for your help. We will find who did this.
So you come and you tell me first, and it's 100 gold. And then the manager goes, no, I get to know first. I want to find out who did this. No, you tell me first. And they're going back and forth as you guys leave.
I'll tell you. Together. Good day. And I'm going to walk back to her store, and I'm going to look around for this ledger.
Okay, give me a second. It's been a little while. Armond, do you want to do anything else while you're over there?
Yeah, I just could look through, just look around for anything that sticks out. I thought I had a hunch with the wall, but my character didn't make the proper perception, probably.
Well, I gave you the stuff you know, so you gotta tell me what you want to do with it.
Yeah. I looked through the stack of things, see if like maybe something is stashed in between the rolls of fabric.
Okay, just doing a search basically. Okay, give me a perception check. If you're gonna search through all the rolls of fabric over there to see something.
Oh, there's a roll. 31.
No, it's just fabric though. Now you get that roll. No, it's just fabric you find over there. It's a good idea though. That takes you a while. So while you're checking, all of a sudden, Ember walks in again, followed by.
Am I allowed to do another deduction? Take a closer look.
No, but you can give me perceptions on certain things. I'm not gonna give you the whole deduction thingy.
Lame. Okay.
Maybe if the scene changes again, I give it to you, but not from walking next door, walking back. Like if
I was just going to have a closer look, but that's fine.
you do that with perception, give me what you want a closer look at, and give me perceptions.
I want to see if I can figure out something else that I didn't see before. And oh, now I get the fucking net 19, 30.
You find the ledger.
Couldn't have gotten a Holmesian revelation. I had to get just a perception roll.
No, you got more than I would ever give for perception, actually. And there are a couple of the things you got. Anyway, you find the ledger. The ledger is actually in the front area, underneath where the register is, that little pedestal thing that's up. Pedestal. It's in there, under there.
Does she have a schedule?
Yes, and it says that. Where is the schedule? The ledger says she has 2 appointments last night, but nothing saying when they would show, only that she expected both last night. Lulu and Bluebell are the names in the ledger.
I point to Bluebell. This one! I think we should interview these two, especially Bluebell. I mean, just the name. The name, guys.
Okay, we got an hour left for this, and we are going to stop on the time, so we'll have to pick up whenever we go. That's how it's going to go. I'm going to stop and go as every 3 hours on these.
Yeah.
So if you don't get it, if you don't get this solved, it's a cliffhanger to next time. Let's go.
So yeah, I go. Sounds good to me.
Wait, do I notice anything else in here, by the way?
What else is in there?
From a perception of 30. Seeing as I'm not allowed to deduct.
No.
Ooh, can I notice the thing he was looking for on the wall?
Okay, you actually got, because you specifically said you're looking at the wood, you got probably the biggest clue that you can get out of the room. So you go over to the wall, if you want to look over there where he was, you can see through the cracks in the wood, basically. You notice that there's quite a few shiny objects on the other side, going into the pack rat's store. They seem to glow, not so much as to be just shiny metal. but you don't know what they are or what it is.
Does it look like it's between the stores?
No, you know that the walls are so damn thin that it's like just basically one board thick between them. You could probably bust through one to the other.
Yeah, anybody got a crowbar or something? I look at the Minotaur, or horns.
The Minotaur's not there. He's still over arguing.
Oh, I thought he would have followed. Okay,
No,
okay.
You still hear him over there. He was arguing for a while, and then it's kind of gone quiet over there.
I pull out a dagger. I'm like, I got this.
I look at Armond jokingly. It was you.
As you joke about it was you, the several men in they're wearing silver armor, blue clothing. They have the city crest on them. They have long pole arms. Come walking into the room, helmets. Basically the city watch just walked in. They're like,
Hello.
Stay where you're at.
I roll my eyes. Good evening, sirs. We work next door. It wasn't actually him. I was joking. When you're in this business long enough, you tend to joke about these things. If you check the knife, it is actually not the same knife that has been used in the stab wounds. You can tell by the size of it. Now, we're actually looking at something. Do you want to come have a look?
You talk a lot, lady.
Yeah, it comes with being bored for most of the time. I see a few shiny objects here.
I nod to the officer. She does.
Now you want to tell me what you're
But
doing
she's
here?
really good.
Standing over a dead body?
Yeah, we're actually investigating. The Minotaur next door and the other guy that works there asked us to investigate it because she was murdered last night. It doesn't look like there was a struggle. I can tell you everything I know so far.
So one of the guys comes in, as you stand there, and another guy from outside comes in and whispers in this guy's ear talking to. He's like, "There's no Minotaur next door. Just what is that? A Hendel."
Minotaur must have left, I suppose.
He gives you kind of a suspicious look. Still, what are you doing here? I never seen you in this town before.
Oh, we're new. We're
district.
private investigators. We run Idiots Incorporated. Dumb name, but
They all start kind of chuckling at that.
I'm gonna smile. So, are you guys gonna help us do our job and maybe have a look at what's through this wall? I see a couple shiny objects. I figure it might be interesting to have a look at.
You want to break
Could be
into
a
the
clue.
back room of a pawn shop?
I sigh. Well, I will just go talk to him then, because I'm sure he'd do anything to help. This is his friend.
They weren't friends. You obviously ain't been here long enough. They always were fighting and arguing. We got called several times to come over here.
Only time they were fighting and arguing is because a bunch of women like to come in here and hassle her up. He was trying to get her to leave because he didn't think it was safe.
Well, either way, you need to get out of here now. This is a city watch investigation now. Out.
No. I've been hired on this case and I have just as much right to investigate as you do. I pull out my license.
He takes it, looks over it. He's like, you have no actual authority here. You have the authority to investigate, not to be in a serious crime. That's the job of the city watch and our investigation team.
I'm sorry, what do you think investigating is? Because generally I investigate crime.
You don't have the authority to be in here. Go find some cheating wife to go chase after. Out.
I glare at him. What crime am I committing by staying and doing my job?
You are impeding our investigation. I'm going to suggest you leave now, or we'll make you leave.
I'm impeding no such thing. In fact, I've even helped you so far.
The guards actually start surrounding you now. They obviously mean business.
This isn't fair. I hate the feds. Now I understand how police feel.
Yeah, basically, you don't work with the police. You get Castle or Sharn, you got the police backing yet.
That's stupid.
And they are escorting you out now.
Well, they're not touching me. I'm going to snap at them to not lay a single fucking finger on me, and I'm going to leave.
They won't touch you unless they have to. They're just kind of like guiding you out.
Whatever, I'm going to leave.
You go outside. There is 2 guards standing on each side of the door now outside of there. It looks like there are several more milling around out there. Apparently somebody called the city watch because they wouldn't be
Yeah,
here.
who would have?
Who knows? But they.
Because it was only a couple of us knew about it.
Um,
I actually
they-
stop and I turn to them and I say, "Hold on, who called you?"
Well, there's no phones, but
Well, who called doesn't mean phone call.
I-
Called means I called you here.
well, the lead guy that we were talking to is still inside the building, and these are the guards outside, and he's like, I don't know, I just go where I'm told.
Well, I know that your boss is a little bit of a jerk, but if I can recommend something, investigate the 2 women who were potentially here last night. There was a commotion. My friend here, Bone Crusher, heard it, and so did the man next door. Apparently, they go off at her a lot, and I hand them the piece of blue material. Try to match this to one of them, and then I'm going to leave.
Well, aren't you very accommodating to the people that kicked you out?
But it's not their fault that they have to do it. It's their job.
Oh, I know. I just figured you'd be like, I'm gonna go figure this out my damn self.
Oh no, I still am. I've had enough of a look at this material to do it myself. I'm just trying to help them. The point is to get shit solved. It's not about who solves it.
Oh no, you're fine. You do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm just saying, I'm kind of surprised that you did that. Was it what I was expecting? Okay. Okay, now where are you going? Oh, he takes the stuff from you. Obviously.
as we go to walk away, I mockingly, at ease, and I do a fake salute and walk away.
I'm actually, instead of going back to the warehouse, I'm going to go down to the place where she told me yesterday that she made the dresses for.
That's the what's it called?
The brothel.
It's for the women of Sharn's Welcome, which is the large red light district. If you
That's
look
where I'm
at
going.
if you look at the map, it's on there. I'll turn off the-
Yeah.
Okay. It's a rather long kind of district. So there's a lot of places, a lot of shops in there. So I need you.
We're riding out in our carriage.
There's no, you don't have a carriage. Remember that the guy left you there and ran off with the wagon. Oh no, no, that's right.
Yeah,
you
the
guys,
horses and shit.
You do have the horses and stuff now. Okay, so you're riding into town with your horses and stuff. That's pretty cool. I need a gather information check from whichever one of you wants to do it.
Me, duh. I feel like that's just kind of like an obvious thing. Gather information is 10, so that would be 28.
28. Who are you looking for first? You want to find Bluebell, you said, right?
Yeah.
Bluebell works at a place called the Ladies' Garden. You find it with rather ease. The front of the place is painted with faded flowers of many colors. It was probably rather nice looking years ago when it was first painted, but now it just makes the place look aged. Inside the place is empty of people. A square stage standing in the center of the room with a cheap looking wooden chandelier hangs over it. The stage is surrounded by rickety wooden folding chairs and a few wooden benches mixed in. In one corner is a small bar with a door behind it. You walk in and a man comes out of the door. "We're closed," he says. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to give you the map before we start so you can see what the place looks like.
I'm gonna flash him my badge.
Okay, just give me a second.
I'm giving you a second, I'm just telling you what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay. Upload there, and I will throw it up. Where is Ladies' Garden? There's the Ladies' Garden. There's the basic how it looks. So basically, the benches are on the outside of the chairs. The stage in the center is a chandelier. In that far corner is a bar, basically. A very small, crappy bar. This is not a nice place. He says, "We're closed."
I flash him my badge. I'm here to talk about one of your ladies, Bluebell.
What did she do?
Well, it's not about what she did, it's what about she might have done. I can't discuss it too much further, I just need to come in so that we can talk about it. Is she in yet?
Well, you're already in. Oh, she may not be. Well, I want to know what this is about before you harass one of my girls.
I'm not looking to arrest her. Just looking to question her.
Yeah, I said harass. Sorry.
Or harass. It sounded like you said arrest.
Well, hard talking different voices. You try it now.
I have. I can. Anyway, I'm not looking to harass anyone, sir. I just need to ask a couple questions about, her relationship with Sylvan.
Selvin.
Mm-hmm.
Selvin. That ex-whore who makes all those clothes over there in the stores.
I nod. Precisely.
But what would she have anything to do with that person?
She's in the ledger. She's in her schedule.
Do you have the ledger on you, by the way?
Yeah, no, I didn't give that shit to them. Are you kidding me? It's mine. The ledger and the schedule are mine.
Okay. I need to show it to her. Let me see it.
I show him the schedule and show that her name's there.
Oh, all right. He goes back through the door where he came through. It's behind the bar. And several minutes later, he comes back. And he brings Bluebell. Bluebell is fairly attractive with long blue hair, blue eyes, and green skin. She's also about 3 feet tall and a goblin.
Oh.
What do you want?
Hi. I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about Sylvan.
What is that bitch saying about me now?
Not saying
Not
anything
much.
unless I'm afraid she's dead.
Good riddance. She just kind of waves her
She
hand.
had you booked in last night. I'm here to question you about it. She only had 2 ladies booked in, and we heard some women screaming at each other before there was silence. We believe you could have been one of the women, so we'd like to talk to you about it.
Oh, I was supposed to last night, but I was a little preoccupied.
Do you have someone who can account for this, a witness to your alibi?
Customers don't want names written down or anything like that. He knows
Well,
I was with somebody.
unfortunately, it could place you at the scene of the crime, so if I were you, I would be getting a list of people you saw last night.
He said they don't give names, and the guy back to Friday was like, yeah, like if you take names, you ain't gonna get any customers that way. She was busy last night, though. I know she was.
I put my hand on my cheek, like, bored. Give me a general description of the man or men you were with last night and around the times that you were with them.
Like I said, I can't give you that kind of stuff. I'll lose my reputation. I won't get any more customers. You want me to have no job, live on the streets, make no money?
I want to solve the murder of the woman you were potentially with last night. And if you don't help out, I can accuse you of being guilty of this crime. And I don't want to have to do that because you seem innocent.
Oh, you don't look like any law enforcement. I don't see
Ish.
any. What?
I flash my badge again.
What is Armond doing? What'd you say?
She said innocent, so I was like, ish.
Yeah, ish.
Are you using any sort of like intimidation or anything like that, or are you just flashing a badge?
I'm just questioning, and I'm flashing a badge.
He's just. Like I said, I give away who I was with, and so they'll never come back again. Nobody will do it.
I am going to roll intimidation because this is annoying.
Well,
Yeah, but if you go to jail, then they won't come back again anyways. Or at least not for you.
I got a net 20. Haha, Deb.
she looks kind of like scared. She's obviously like, she's like, uh, oh, sorry, she doesn't seem scared. She seems more like frustrated because she's like, she has the choice of giving up a client or, going to jail. It's like, yeah, they're both horrible choices for her. And she's like, fine, I let's hear my voice. Fine, I wasn't with anyone last night. I was at the shop. I was there, but I left, she was alive.
I want to do sense motive on her. And I think it's a plus sense motive 10, so 28.
28. She seems to be telling the truth. She's like, I got my dress and I left.
Can I see your dress, please? Is it the one you're wearing, or is it a different one?
She's not wearing much. She's more in like night clothes type of thing, and
Yeah.
If you're into goblins, she looks kind of sexy, I guess. But she goes back into the back room again, and I understand that you see that her boss does not seem happy because she was obviously supposed to be making him money last night, and she comes back out, and what she has is not a working dress; it's more of a beautiful blue gown.
Is it the same material?
It is a blue material, so do a. No, you don't even need to. It's obviously not. There's no beads. There's no tears when you look it over. It looks an intact dress. And there's no beads.
But is it made of the same material?
Yeah, it looks like the same material. It's the same blue. But like I said, there's no beads on it. No missing beads. No, the dress looks beautiful. Looks like it was made very well. She's like, I got this last night and I left it. She was alive when I left.
Okay, did you see anyone waiting for her or going in after you?
In my business, it's better not to ask questions, not to look around. You just mind your own business. You go in, you do your stuff, and you leave. That's how you stay alive around here.
I nod. Well, thank you. I believe you. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to exit the room. Have a lovely day, miss. And, I guess to you too, sir. And I'm just going to exit the building.
As you leave, he starts yelling at her. Yeah, you were supposed to make your money. What's this dress for? This dress is anything you could use. I obviously, if you want to take a leap of logic, she would probably get the dress to go work at a nicer place or something.
I would encourage that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So go ahead. Although she's a goblin, go ahead and do a roll if you want to go try to find a Lulu.
Lulu, that's a natural 15. Plus... What am I looking for again? Right. Gather information. So 25.
25. Okay.
So, she wouldn't say she's an innocent party, but I don't really think she was the one that did it. Who's next on our list?
Lulu. We're on our way to see her now.
Okay, you ask around a bit for Lulu. Lulu is harder to find. There's several Lulus in the area. Bluebell was obviously a flower. People directed you pretty quickly over there, but Lulu was the harder one to find. It takes you a little bit of the day asking around till you find out Lulu works at a place called the Pink Pearl. You may remember that.
Mm-hmm.
The outside of the establishment looks much nicer than the last. It's white paint and pink trim. Looks like it was recently painted. Inside is even nicer, with the walls covered in a pink and white wallpaper that makes the place look bright and clean. 4 small stages are placed around the room, and around each is a table and chairs. Many other tables are scattered around the room as well. Over each stage is an intricate-looking chandelier with many candles. You can see the bar, but you do not see. You can see the bar, but you can't see any bar. That's what I was trying to say. But you do see a set of double doors leading into a back room. Again, this place is empty. And let me give you the map. There's the map for you guys. And let me go and put the Pink Pearl map up for everyone else. The pink things are, because they are the tables, but they have pink tablecloths basically over them. And there's chairs around each one of them. And like I said, there's the the stages are round, and like it's almost like a bar is around all of them. Like if you sat at a bar, and the chairs are tucked up there. So basically, there's stages for dancers to be on. You can just sit there and look basically straight up at them. And then there's double doors in the back. So straight back goes to double doors.
I'm gonna enter.
Like I said, there's nobody there. It seems pretty empty.
Hello?
Where's that? You get no response.
I'm gonna walk to the double doors and open them and have a look inside.
Having a look around.
Let Armond do his thing real quick. What are you doing? Since Armond hasn't done much.
Just looking for anything that's standing out. I'm not like searching like nooks and crannies or anything, but just as we're like walking down the like straight to the back, kind of just look if there's anything sticking out, anything.
The place is immaculate. Like this whole area is kind of a grungy type of low end area. This place seems rather high end. It's rather nice. It doesn't seem to fit exactly the area. That's probably the most standout thing that you see. Like this is just too high end for the area. But if it works, it works, I guess. You obviously know why the sailors were now turned away last night because sailor riffraff doesn't get to come in a place like this. But yeah, so you should go to the back door. That's there isn't much to see other than, like I said, it's perfectly clean. Okay, so you go through the doors and into a large kitchen. A long wooden counter blocks your way into the cooking area. Modern ovens that do not look like the old wood-burning stoves line the back wall. A large wood block table takes up much of the center of the room. Pots and pans are hanging on metal racks hooked to the ceiling. A large metal box stands against a far wall. A wooden door leading to another part of the building is on the wall just to your right as you enter the kitchen. A human man is cleaning the oven tops and has not seen you enter yet. He is an older-looking man with gray hair and is wearing loose-fitting black clothes.
Hello, sir.
He jumps, turns around. What are you doing here? We're closed.
Do you own this place?
Do I own this place?
Do you run it? Are you a manager?
He holds up the rag. He's like, do you think if I owned a place like this, I'd be cleaning the stoves?
Oh, do you know who does own the place? And if he's around?
Oh, no. This place is owned by somebody, farther up. And he points up, obviously, up in Sharn higher. Yeah, a place like this, no one around here can afford a place like this. They just hired me to come in and, clean up every day, make sure the tablecloths are right and all the stoves are clean. Everything's got to be immaculate here. All day.
Is there anyone else in?
No, it's just me. No one stays here. It's just me.
Do you know when maybe some of the dancers or management will be in?
Oh, they start coming in just before dark. The cook comes in a little more before that. They gotta get these contraptions here. He's looking at the stoves like he has no freaking clue how they work. He's gotta get these things. They don't even use fire in these things. How do they? He opens up, looks inside of it. I just clean them. He's obviously an old man. This is like him looking at technology. Like, what the fuck is this?
Well, do you know where I can find any of them?
So I'm just trying to see what I have down on here. Like I said, I'm just a hired help around here. I don't know nothing about nothing. What are you guys doing here anyway? This place is closed.
We're investigating a murder. Now, do you mind if we wait around for a bit until someone shows up?
Wait, you said a murder? Who got killed?
Yeah, I sure did. It's private information that we can't actually disclose.
Oh, well. Yeah, no.
We just know one of your girls, or one of the girls who works here, knows the person who was murdered.
Hey, my girls. I wish they were my girls. That's... Ooh. He looks kind of like he's daydreaming for a second. And he pulls himself back. Yeah, they. I don't think they'd be happy with me if I let people stay here. You know, I don't. I don't really want to get in trouble.
Unfortunately, they don't have a whole lot of choice. It's very one of the girls was supposed to visit the woman who died last night.
Well, I don't know anything about that. I don't have any authority here to let anybody stay. You guys are gonna get me in trouble if you stay here.
I start walking towards the other door.
Wait, where are you going?
What's back here?
Oh, that's. Sorry.
I have a sense motive of 20, by the way.
That's just storage back there. That's where they keep all the non-perishable food, the grain and the tablecloths and all that stuff. What are you doing?
I am sensing his motive with a roll of 10 plus 10.
20?
Yeah.
And I'm still walking towards the door. Unless he stops me, I'm opening the door.
1 second. Okay. The sense motive check. You don't get you get the feeling he's not exactly being truthful about something. You don't know what, but he seems like he's not exactly being honest. And you open the door, and back there is a stairway leading down. Actually, there is next to the stairway shelves, and the shelves have obvious flowers and sugar and stuff that you would use for cooking are on the shelves. But there's also stairs leading down somewhere.
What do you see, Armond?
Wow, there's a bunch of non-perishables, and then they must keep like the good stuff down here in the basement. And I look over at them.
I don't go down those steps. They don't have me clean anything down. I don't know what's down there.
Sir, something tells me you're lying about something.
You guys shouldn't be here. You gotta get me in trouble. Like, you should come back
Sir.
later when the place is open. The manager will be here. The girls will be here. Maybe there's the Lulu person you're looking for.
I slam my hand on the table next to me and I say, "Sir, if you keep lying to me and impeding our investigation, you're going to get into a lot more trouble than just being fired."
I walk over to the old man. If you want, I can give you one good punch, and I can tell him that you put up a fight. You tried to stop me.
When you go to walk around the table, because remember, you guys are on. If you look at the map, you're on the other side of that long counter, basically. Here's like, don't come back here. Don't you need to get out of here. He's obviously like, he seems to be panicking, like, because you're coming near him and he thinks you're gonna hurt him. You gonna hit me? I thought you guys were like looking for killers and stuff. Like, aren't you like the law? You're threatening to kill her.
What are you lying to me about, sir?
I'm not lying about anything.
Sir, I'm not stupid.
Why don't you just come back when the management is here?
I got a nat 20 because I'm going to intimidate him.
Okay.
The only 2 nat 20s I've gotten in this game have been for intimidation, and that's neat.
He kind of keeps up with the same line though. He's like, I don't know nothing. I ain't lying about anything. Just go away and come back when the management's here. They'll be able to help you. The place opens only a couple hours. It's already getting late. The cook has to be here sometime soon, right?
Armond, Bone Crusher, you wait here. I'm going down those stairs.
No,
you're not going down there alone.
Don't go down there. Like, you're trying to get me in trouble. Like, I need this job.
Fine, Armond, you come with me. Bone Crusher, you stay with this shady creature. And I walk down the stairs. I go to the door and I walk down the stairs.
Bone Crusher has a spot in front of the double door, so like I can't leave. And you go and then you go down the steps. Okay. Down the steps is still clean. Going down there, the floors are all kind of tiled. The walls are wood. They're not like, you're not going down into like a dirt cellar thing. There is a hallway down there. There is multiple doors. What do you want to do?
open one of the doors.
In there, a woman screams. She is just completely naked, standing there, like, in front of the mirror, probably doing her hair, and you just walked in on her. It looks like... are you going to leave the door open, or are you going to, like, shut it real quick?
No, I'm walking inside. Hello, miss.
I look away politely because
I'm not, like, nervous or anything. I'm just like,
Okay, it's a bedroom. It's rather fancy and nice, but small. There is a nice bed in there. There is a small mirror, because mirrors are freaking expensive back then. So the fact there is a mirror that's framed in, like, looks like it could be possibly silver on the wall. She has a little, like, table there that has a brush and comb and all that kind of stuff on there. It's rather a fancy little bed. It's not big, but it's fancy. And she screams, and she grabs for a robe and puts it over herself. She seems way too modest for somebody who's probably, you're going to assume, is a whore that works here or something.
yeah. Hi, miss. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Are you Lulu, or at least do you know where she is?
No, I'm not Lulu. Lulu's down the hall. She's on the third door down to the right.
Thank you. And I actually leave, and I shut the door after me, and I go to the third door down on the right.
When you get out of the hallway and before you even leave, so like while you're in the room, Armond, after you hear the screaming in the room, and then all of a sudden the doors in the hallway all start like opening, and girls in different stages of dress come out. Most of them, especially for this area, are rather good looking, because this is like the place that pays the most. So like these are more the high end girls for the area. So a lot of attractive girls come out, and they all, what are you doing? Like they're all just kind of like looking at you.
sup.
Sup. I'm gonna leave the room. Are there any one of you, Lulu?
They all like jump back into the door, because you look more like someone to hide from than he does. Yeah, like one of the girls like
I'm not
goes ahead and
scary.
gives you a little.
I'm cute.
One of the girls, by the way, gives you a cute little wave to Armond before she ducks back into the room.
So none of them reply to me at all? Okay. Well,
No,
I'm gonna go to the
they
room.
hid. Go to the room. You're at the door. What are you doing?
Knocking and opening.
You knock, no answer. You go to open, door's locked.
Okay. Well, I want to get in, so open lock it is. 24.
24. Okay, you open the lock, and the door opens, and you go inside, and it's empty. Well, no, sorry. There is no girl in this room. It looks identical to the room you were just in, though. There is the same bed, the same setup, same mirror, same comb, brush set, all that. It looks identical. No girl in here.
I'm going to go to one of the doors I know one of the girls is in. In fact, I'm going to go to the one where the girl who waved at Armond is, and I'm going to open it. Not knocking, just opening.
The door is locked because they're scared now.
Not anymore, it's not. No, it's actually not. It's not open anymore. I mean, locked anymore. It is open.
You are rude, by the way.
It's fine.
She really says, no, she's just say as you walk in, she's like, rude.
Hi, miss. We're investigating a murder, and we need to know where Lulu is.
She
As
sees,
I'm standing over, like behind Amber, I'm just kind of like, sorry.
she's like, hi. And she waves at you back there. Lulu, that bitch left last night in the middle of her damn shift, and we all had to cover for her, and she's not in her room. She just didn't come back.
Oh, that's interesting. See, because she had an appointment with Sylvan, the dressmaker.
Yes, we all know who Sylvan is. She gets everything wrong. Always a problem.
So we've heard, however, she's been found dead. And Lulu had an appointment with her last night.
She puts her hand in her chest. Oh, I didn't want her dead. I'm sorry.
Sense motive, 24. I love having a 10 in sense motive.
you get the feeling that she doesn't really all that much care that the woman is dead. But she doesn't seem like she's hiding anything, I should say. She's just faking.
She's just
giving a
trying
shit.
to pretend to be sad. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Cut the crap, miss. Like, if you don't care, you don't care. I don't believe you did it anyway. So you say she left halfway through her shift. Around what time was that?
Oh, about midnight. Maybe 12:30 she left. She said she had to leave early to go over there and pick up this dress. This is supposed to be this amazing blue dress with all these beads and lace and.
Would you look at that? It sounds like we've got our killer.
Lulu kill somebody? Oh, please. She wouldn't be able to kill anybody.
Well, it's just interesting because we found a blue fabric that also is paired with a bunch of beads that has been thrown all over the floor, and I think I need to find where Lulu is. Do you know where she hangs out when she's outside of work?
We're not exactly friends, and we usually don't go hang out anywhere. Most of the girls just stay here all day between shifts. Like, going out there and in this dirty area of the city. Ew.
Okay, well, thanks for your help. Also, this guy's gay, so I'm really sorry for you. And then I like shove Armond out. I'm just like, go, don't question it. We're not dealing with these people. They're too good for you. Leave.
Poor Armond. He could have got some from a very high-end hooker.
Who probably has several STDs.
No, she's pretty high-end, so probably not.
If she's a hooker, she
Yeah.
has STDs. Okay, anyway. We're going to leave. And I'm going to make sure Armond is also leaving. So
Now, Armond, do you want to leave? You can't just tell her she can't tell you what your character's doing.
I'm still going to try and make him leave.
No.
Jeez.
I wasn't like lingering. I was just.
Well, I just want to clarify that she can't tell you what your character's doing. If you're going with her, cool. That's that makes sense.
She's trying to force you to go with her, basically.
But are you going with her, or
Yeah.
Okay.
I leave the room first. I'm like, I see what you did there, but you didn't have to call me gay. That's hurtful.
Oh, poor baby. Anyway, we need to find where Lulu is right now.
Besides, with what we make, I couldn't afford her anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we're going to go back up the stairs. Well, I'm going to go back up the stairs. You can stay if you want.
Okay, well, will you go back up the stairs? I don't know what Armand's doing.
Did we check? So that was all 3 rooms, right?
Well, no, there's more like 8 to 10 rooms down there. Like, you went to one, talked to the woman in there that you freaked out. And then you went and looked in Lulu's room, no one there. And then you went and talked to the other girl.
Okay, well maybe we should check with somebody else.
You could probably check all the rooms if you want.
Tempting.
I bet it is.
Well, what are you doing?
Was negotiating with Amber.
Aside, okay, we're actually going to check all of them then, I suppose. Ugh.
Okay, I'm not going to do all the girls' voices. You go through, and you check all the rooms. There's one girl per room that you see.
And I'm going to ask them all the same questions. Do you know where she is? Do you know where she'd hang out? Do you know where she would be?
They're not your friends. Same kind of answers. They're all kind of stuck up. They're all more competitive, don't like each other, type of thing. They all know she left. Most of them seem annoyed that she left and with the one girl short last night when it was like her shift or something, and that kind of thing. But nobody really is gonna be able to tell you where she hangs out because, sorry, one of the girls, at least one of the girls explains to you that, they actually live in an upper tier, and that they get sent down here for like a week at a time, or no, like a month at a time, and they rotate out. So the girls don't actually really leave this place because they don't like, this area. They'd rather be up in
Is
the
it
next
possible that she's now going back to that upper tier?
Oh, it's completely possible.
That's what I'm asking her, by the way.
She's like, I don't even know how to get back up to that tier. I mean, maybe she knows how, but we really don't know much. We come down here in a cart and we get left here. I don't even know how she found out about Savannah, other than
Sylvan.
Sylvan.
I'm Sylvana. Shut up.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I go back up the stairs.
Okay, upstairs, and the guy's over there, and he's kind of like fidgeting, and he's trying to like talk to Bone Crusher to tell him that they gotta leave, they can't be down there, but and he doesn't seem to give a crap. He's just kind of standing there.
So, why'd you lie to us?
I told you I didn't lie. What do you mean I lied?
You must think we're stupid. You come in here to clean the place, and the place down there is immaculate, but you've never been down there.
No, I've never been down those steps. It's not one of the places I wanted to clean. I had to go to the kitchen, and I had to sweep out the main hall floor and make sure all
is
the
there
tables
another
are
cleaner?
tables. No, it's just me.
Then why is it so clean down there, sir?
I don't know. I've never been down there. I don't even know what's down there, so I'll tell you how it's been cleaned. Why are you questioning me? I'm just the guy who cleans here.
Because I know you lied to me at some point in your discussion. I don't know where or what of, but I know you lied.
I didn't lie.
I go behind the counter.
Sir, don't come. Stay back. Stay back.
I look behind the counter.
It's basically just a wooden counter. It's just that thing's on. There's no, I would say there's probably shelves underneath it that has pots and pans and, just like bigger pots, I should say, not the stuff that'll hang. So it's got like the large sauce pots and stuff like that.
Okay, I open the door that's like the equivalent to a fridge or freezer.
Okay, he gets in your way to try to stop you. He's like, "Sir, you can't be back here. You can't go in these places. You need to leave." He's in front of you.
Bone Crusher, pull him away.
I will give you one chance to move, or I will move you. Those are your options.
What is your AC?
45. Okay, 18, but
Don't
I
tell
can try.
anyone.
What's a dagger do? It's die 6, right?
1 die 4.
Die 4.
Okay. Take 4, 5, 6 damage from a sneak attack. He pulls out a dagger and shoves it right in your side. He just kind of like pulls it out of nowhere, and before anybody can act or anything, he stabs you in the side. Now get back! Get back! Roll initiatives.
That would explain a whole lot, wouldn't it?
Let me open the notepad for this.
I almost just looked at my AC for my pluses. No, 13.
I need a new one. So, I have 20. You said 13?
Mm-hmm.
Armond?
12.
Jeez. Okay.
I rolled low.
Start of the round. I need to do a roll for big guy. Oh, crap. What is... Oh, I don't even have his character sheet open. I'm bad me. I'm not... Sorry about that.
Wow, Finn.
I had so much stuff going on. I didn't open my character. I was expecting to actually use him, okay, to be honest. I have initiative 3. 15, 16, 17. I have 18. I go second. And this is... Oh, it is 18. Okay. So, once again, he gives you another quick jab with the dagger. This is not obviously a sneak attack, though. He's... Put that over here. Where is his little freaking sheet? No, he does not hit you. Okay, and then Bone Crusher's up. Bone Crusher goes running across the room and just backhands the guy, trying to not actually do damage. He's trying to knock him away from you. Natural 19. I don't even need to roll any more on that. The guy goes, he just backhands him, and you see the guy lift off the ground, fly back, and he's now sitting on the stove, basically. And what is
I want to have a look at the dagger wound. That's my thing. I'm looking at the dagger wound. I want to see if it's the same as hers.
Do a investigation or a perception or a healing.
I'm not trying to heal him, so...
Healing is still telling you medical data.
Okay, so what is investigation? Because I don't have that.
Deduction, whatever you call the investigator class gives us.
Deduction's the one that goes 10, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, don't do that. Just do a perception or a healing.
Yeah, okay. I think my perception's higher.
Higher doesn't mean it's going to give you the same information that a healing would do.
I know, but still.
I just need you to understand that higher doesn't...
I'm looking. Shh. Shh. Heal is +3. Oh, that's not very good. 17.
Okay. It is a single dagger wound to his side. It's just a single... It actually looks bigger than either of the two puncture wounds on the woman. It's actually thicker. Not wide.
I sigh in frustration. It's not him, but you're definitely going to prison.
Armond, what is your action?
I would yell from being injured. I look for... Is there a bottle of booze around?
No, it's for the immaculate kitchen. Besides the blood you're dripping on the floor now.
Well, I know, but thought there might be like open shelves or something. Okay, well then I go to open the fridge door like I was going to before I got injured.
Okay. Well, you open the fridge door. Let me see. I believe I had that written down here. You see the body of a young woman is inside of the fridge. She is rather pretty, blonde hair, blue-eyed, human, actually half-elf. There's a blue dress crumpled up and thrown in there. You see the beads on it, and sitting on top of there is a bloody pair of scissors. And that is your action for the turn. Unless you want to do
I want to look at the scissors. Look at the scissors.
Wait, we're still in turns. This isn't gone out of combat yet, guys.
Arg.
Top of the order is still the guy. So while I knock him away, you run up and look at that. And while she's looking at it, you open the refrigerator door and look at it. This all kind of happens at once. The guy sees you guys doing that, and you see Bone Crusher looks over at the fridge too to see there's a woman there, and the guy gets up. He jumps from off the stove to the table, across the table, onto the bench, and out the double doors. That's what he's doing. What are you guys doing?
Into chasing.
Next up is actually my character, but he has to walk around the table, around the other thing, go and get around you guys. And so he's chasing after. What are you guys doing?
I'm chasing.
Okay, so you're just going to turn around and walk along, because you guys can see the map, right? So you would be going just along the wall towards the door, the quickest route. So you would get there a little ahead of me. What is your guys' movement speed? So the first time you guys actually have to look at this?
30, I believe.
Minus 30? Actually, no. My armor, I think I might lose 10.
But I'm sprinting. I'm going as fast as I can.
If I lose speed.
I have white hairs growing out of my arm. Just fun fact.
Mine's 20.
Okay.
Because of my armor.
Minus 22, so you start leaving us behind. Here's the thing. The guy is leaving you behind. This guy is quick.
I'm
he-
gonna magic missile him then while I'm running.
Okay, you're gonna pull out your wand and magic missile him on the chase. So you're running through basically the pearl, like between all the tables. He's about at the front door. You bust through the double doors and magic missile. And reflex save on this guy.
Reflex save? I didn't even...
Oh, no, that's right. He doesn't get a reflex. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
What does he know? What does he have? He does have something.
Magic missile. There's no save for it.
No, you're right. There's no save. No, he has dodge and run, so... No, he doesn't have anything. Well, what's the damage? Go ahead.
So that's a 4 plus a 3 and then plus 2, so 9. I'm just basically trying to slow him down.
9. You manage to make him stumble, and he goes flying out the door, though, outside. So next to the round, he's going to run. That's what he's doing. You're chasing after. We are behind you. So you run up, and you go flying down the hallway, out the door, and you get out there, and it is still daylight out. There is...
I get an action?
You do, but you only run at 20. I only run at 20, and neither of us can get even a range shot off at this guy. Because he's already, like, going out the front door, but says she gets up to get a range shot. This guy's quick.
I'm faster.
Yeah. We're lumbering way behind with our armor and stuff right now. So, we're...
And I'm sprinting, and I don't wear armor, so...
Unless you have an ability that gets you speed or gets you go faster, you're pretty much out of this fight. You're going to have to run and catch up in case she manages to slow him down enough for you to catch up. It's pretty much what's going to happen.
It's a shame that I don't have spells, because I'd use Long Strider and basically double my speed.
Yeah. If somebody has something like that, you could do it. But I don't have anything. I don't think Armond has any way to move faster, unless I'm wrong. There's nothing on his sheet that I think.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't get that till next level.
All right. Yeah, actually, I think I looked at that. That's why I gave him
So
the
I'm
feat that you get.
bursting out the front doors.
So he runs to the front door, and it's getting a little busier out than it was earlier because it's starting to get later. But it's not that busy. It's still just sparse people. So you obviously see him running, and he's a good... let's see, when you're running... I don't want to do the feet thing out of this. He's a good distance already away.
I'm going to spend my turn, though, to do a full run, then. To catch him. To catch up.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's doing full runs, too. But he's doing full runs at 40. You're doing full runs at 20. She's doing run and a shot thing. So he's getting even farther ahead. So you're out the door, though. What are you going to try another magic missile him? Do you have any other thing you can do?
I'm
Okay.
going to dash, and I'm going to magic missile him again, and I'm going to say, somebody get the goddamn cops! And I forgot that I don't need to roll a d20 for it. So, 4 and 4 plus 2, so 10.
Okay, so you have now done 19 to him. He kind of stumbles from that. He falls onto, like, he takes it, he's like, oh, he falls down on one knee, gets up quickly. He, like, basically kind of, like, tumble. He rolls over real quick, gets up on his feet, and he just starts running again.
Does that at least give me a little bit more on him?
Well, the thing is that when you stop, you have to stop basically to shoot or whatever. It takes an action. He's doing all of his action to run. So he's getting a full run. You're only
I have
getting
to
a far.
stop to use a wand?
It's part of the rules, yes. It takes. You can't run as fast, let's say. You're still running, but he's running full action, so he's going like, what, 80, 120 feet in a run. You're going 30 to, it would be probably 60. So he's going quick. Because it slows you down to do the concentration, to do the thing. You can't do a full-out arms move in run.
Hold on, dash 3.5 feet. Is that an actual thing in this? Or is it a feat? Oh, it's a feat. That's annoying.
You have the ability to run. Running triples your speed.
Yeah, I know, but in 5e you have dash, which makes you go double your speed.
He'd have it too, and he'd be... Anyway, he's booking. That's all he's doing. He's not trying to fight you. He can't win. He's gone.
Well, I'm still saying, someone call the goddamn fucking police.
Oh, yeah, no. I know what you're saying. Let me see here. That's what I was trying to get to. Where's the...
I also have 2 less charges on my thing. I'm so glad I'm good at keeping an eye on that. So I have 41 left.
Alright, good job. Okay. Next round. This is when both Armand and Bone Crusher come bursting out the door behind you. You're already down the street too. We're seeing this guy is off in the distance almost. He's running. You get one more shot with your probably magic missile, and then he's gonna take a turn around a corner real quick, behind one of the buildings.
Mind you, I have 100-foot range on a longbow.
Okay, I will let you have a shot, but I think he's probably more than 100 feet by now. But you can take negatives. I'd say like a -4 on this because you're trying to overshoot your limit. You're pushing your limit here. You're trying to do like that epic shot that's like farther than you should be able to. But it's him, Bone Crusher, who has no range, and then Ember. So go ahead. Roll your magic missile damage.
Oh, so you're assuming I'm magic missiling him again?
Oh, if you don't do anything else this round?
Yeah, I might, but like you shouldn't assume.
As far as I know, it's the only option you have. You have another option? Correct me.
Well, it's not that I have another option other than to stop or wait or get someone to help or something like that.
Well, you did yell to get the police. I rolled percentage on that. What do you want to do this round?
Okay, then I'm going to try find someone like policey.
There is no city guard you see in the area.
Why are they so useless?
They are useless down here. They are pretty useless.
Right, then I guess I am gonna magic missile him. Ugh.
Okay, well that hits. What's the damage?
10.
10. He is looking pretty fricked up right now. He fell down, and he starts crawling on the ground. He gets back up, and he starts trying to run again. And that's when it gives Armond a chance to shoot his bow.
He must be going pretty slow at this point.
You actually don't lose speed when you take damage, which is a weird thing.
That's dumb.
Well,
you could break your leg and you still run at the same pace.
It's the same thing like a critical attack. If I describe it as chopping off an arm, he doesn't lose any actual attack power. Like it's weird.
That's so stupid.
It's a limit of game mechanics, unfortunately. And I actually have been slowing him down with the falling and stuff like that. He probably would be way out of your range by now. And Armand, you shot a bow. Can you please tell me what your...
Oh, I didn't know if I was at that point yet. Sorry.
Yeah, I said now's your chance to shoot the bow. Like, he fell down, and there's your shot.
I got before whatever minuses you put on it, I got a 22.
Okay, 22. You hit exactly. You get him right in the back. Roll damage.
Um, 13.
You hit him, and it goes square in the back of his head. He falls over flat on the ground, and his face in the dirt, just before he manages to get to his feet and go running around a corner of this other building. Ends combat. What are you doing?
Well, that kind of sucks. So, but not to actually kill him. But that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not stopping.
You're running up to him, right?
Yeah, I'm still going.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to...
When you get up to him, he's laying on the ground, face down in basically the dirt. There's an arrow out of the back of his skull, basically. He's no longer... He still has the gray hair, but it's more of a white. His skin is now gray. He now fully fills out his black, baggy clothes to be something that looks more like what a thief would use to sneak around in, not just baggy clothes an old man would wear.
I sigh and I just sit next to him. Sure are a lot of changelings around here getting killed, aren't there?
Yeah, Bone Crusher just kind of like grunts in agreement.
I'm running to catch up now.
I'm gonna pick him up and I'm actually going to bring him back to where we were. Well, no, Bone Crusher, pick him up and bring him back to where we were in the place.
Oh sure, have the strong guy do it. Yeah, so he picks up the changeling, and he carries it back. The crowd, by the way, as you're yelling, they've all dispersed now. Like you were yelling, and then they see magic missiles being fired and arrows, and a guy died. Yeah, there's nobody on the streets now, basically. As you carry him back, I'm gonna guess towards the Pink Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going in the Pink Pearl.
Back to the fridge where the lady is.
Yep, she's in there. There's a pretty big fridge.
I'm gonna open the door to the stairwell and say, "Hey, one of you, come up here."
You hear one of the doors open up and like, "Hey, fuck off!" And you close the door again.
There's a dead girl in your goddamn fridge. If you don't come up here right now, I'm going to fine all of you for contempt.
You realize you're not a police officer, right?
No, but they don't need to know that.
Like, you're kind of acting
You also
like you're a
can't
cop.
find someone. You also can't find someone for contempt if you're not a judge. So
Judge.
it doesn't matter. So just like bring those bitches up here. They're not gonna know law enforcement.
If you're bluffing, that's fine. I want to make sure that Jax doesn't think that she's a cop. Like, you don't have those rights.
No,
You're just
Jax doesn't think she's a goddamn cop. She's a PI. God. Okay.
I'm making sure.
26.
Okay. A couple of the girls come up, but you don't get all of them because they don't give a shit. So you get the girl, and she comes up, and she's like, "Hey," and the girl that likes Armond.
I'm gonna growl at her. Shut up, Lulu. And I point to the girl in the fridge.
She walks over. Ew, yeah, that's... Oh, she doesn't look as good anymore. What happened to her?
I point to the changeling on the ground. My guess is your cleaner.
I've never seen him before.
That's because he doesn't usually look like that. Nah. We're waiting for law enforcement. You're gonna want to get your girls ready for questioning.
I describe what he looked like before he changed back.
We don't have anybody that comes in and cleans. We have to do that at the end of every shift. All of us girls have to clean it all. It's disgusting.
Well, it's likely that, and I look at the scissors, and I want to see if they're big enough to make the wound that was,
Make a health check on that one.
heal, you
Heal
mean,
check, heal
and,
check.
15.
Yeah, you'd assume that those are about the right size to make the 2 puncture wounds that you've seen.
So in the fridge, is there booze? Like I'm looking for like some kind of whiskey.
No, there's none in there.
Okay, I turn to one of the workers. Do you have any alcohol in this establishment?
No, let me see. Gotta bring up the map again. One of the girls goes to underneath the big block table. Underneath it is like basically hidden doors, and they open up, and there's like a whole stockpile of whiskeys and stuff like that they obviously serve to people. They keep it out here so nobody can steal it. Apparently, I don't know. And she grabs a bottle herself, so she's actually stealing it.
I grab a bottle of whatever. I take a swig, pour some on a rag, a clean rag, and put it on my wound.
Okay.
I wince and I'm like, fuck!
Finn, if I were to take one of the horses off the carriage and ride at full speed into where we were before to find the cops and stuff, how long would it take me?
10 minutes or so. It's not this big of an area on 4 horseback.
Okay. I
no,
turned to the
wait.
guys.
It's more than
Uh,
that. I always forget how big this freaking city is. Probably about half an hour.
Guys, I'm going to be back. I'm going to go and get the police. Don't let them touch the body. Don't touch the body and don't touch their bodies, okay?
Yeah, because the Pink Pearl is up more the very top of this area, so it's like one of the farthest places away from you.
I can guarantee 2 out of 3 of those.
I glare at him. That better be 3 out of 3, or I swear to God.
I'm bleeding. Leave me alone.
No. You touch any one of those women, and we're gonna look a lot worse than we already do. Just remember, we have a reputation on the line, and then I'm going to, exit, and I'm going to do what I said before and go all the way back to where the cops were.
And that's actually where I'm going to end the game. It's now been 3 hours, and so we can end it with
Grr.
finding the body. You're running back. We can end it right there. It's actually not a bad place to end it because there's a whole bunch more stuff to try to figure out with this. And
Wait, there is? Ugh.
So that's how it ends the game. Yes, when I make a game like this, it has layers upon layers upon layers of things, that more and more stuff that you can figure out that builds to a bigger plot. Yeah, it should be interesting. So a lot of these games are going to end like this and keep going, because you're going to keep building stuff. You may want to take notes. There's a player's notes thing in the Discord.
Yep.
Use it. You're going to want all these things. You're going to go back and remember all this stuff. I'm going to save all my games so I can go back and look at things. But if you guys don't write it somewhere and you don't remember it, you don't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that does conclude our game for this week. If anybody's actually still watching, we are having.
I don't think there ever was anyone watching.
There was a couple of people watching in both. There's been one viewer and stuff. Either way.
I think that's us, Finn.
Either way, if anybody watches this on YouTube on the replay, we are doing another stream this Wednesday, Halloween night. It's going to be more of a thriller type of thing. And then we'll be back again this Friday for another one of these episodes of Sharn. Until then, happy gaming.